So it was in the city of Elturel that you found yourselves all drawn together, either through the actions of other people or through strange prophetic dreams. You found your way there and given a mission by Ontharr Froom, a representative of the Order of the Gauntlet, and Leosin Erlanthar, a representative of the Harpers. The rumours of war in the south that you saw, the strings of refugees flooding into the city, the burnt out villages you passed on your travels, all seems to point to the actions of the Cult of the Dragon, who have moved west and have hatched some plot under new leadership to bring Tiamat back from her prison in the Nine Planes of Hell. Turn that music down a bit. And in an effort to stop the Sword Coast ending up under the yoke of an evil dragon god, they have banded together an unusual event to try and combat the cult and find out what it's doing. And they've recruited you for an undercover mission to find out what they're doing with the huge hoard of treasure they have gathered in all the raids that they've been doing in the Greenfields. You had discussions and negotiations about what you would need, and you were told that you would be inducted into the Harpers and you would receive the help and aid of Harpers throughout the Sword Coast. And whilst they made their preparations, you had a chance to enjoy the tournament that was being held in the city of Elturel in honour of Sir Torsten's marriage to the Lady Eleanor. And some fun and games ensued. You watched the archery competition. Mered made an incredible shot with the arrow, piercing another contestant's arrow straight down the shaft, getting through to the elimination rounds and then getting knocked out straight away with his first shot. You
He split his competitor's arrow straight down his shaft.
He certainly did. You watched the horse races. You put money on a strange gnome woman with a mechanical contraption attached to her saddle, which unfortunately the springs all flew out of it on the final lap, leaving her nursing a sore head. As the horses raced past and you lost your money there, you took part in a clash of poets, and Ignatius took part in a spellcasting competition, which he won, winning a prize, a magical staff called the Wizard's Winch, and beating the dwarf Kaiman Hexhammer in the final battle. You then moved on to the piting contest, in which Mered got thrown out for cheating, but not before he managed to save Ragnar from tucking into a poisoned pie. Ragnar got through to the very last round, but eventually fell, having consumed his own weight in pies, to a Goliath, who won the competition. And you then finally moved on to the Grand Melee, where hundreds of commoners and a few knights took part in a combat tournament, a free-for-all, using wooden tourney swords. The fights seemed to be going okay, and then suddenly there were screams across the other side of the field as a huge mechanical monstrosity strode into the melee, ripping commoners apart, and you all charged in to help. And so did Sir Egan Rambule, the Golden Ram, in his golden armour, telling you to stand back as he would defeat the terrible beast, which he did with considerable help from yourselves. And at that point Ignatius noticed the dwarf he had fought in the final of the spellcasting competition, hiding under some of the seats that had been laid out for the crowd, controlling the mechanical beast. It all ended up with Sir Egan being arrested by the Watch and marched off to the stockades in the company of his dwarf. And it was a very eventful day. So, before you settle down for the night, would anyone like to do anything?
I'm good.
I was thinking of doing something, but I can't be arsed now. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I just want an early night.
Okay. So you head back to your... It's late at night by the time you head back. but it's not dark. It's still as bright as it was at midday, as the companion, the second son of Elturel, hangs overhead. But you do get some sleep, and a bright morning greets you as you prepare and then head down to the docks to meet Onthar Froom and Leosin Alanthar. The light from the companion floating high overhead the city, shining down from a blue sky. You take it as a good omen for the journey. Your minds drift back to the previous day and the fun and surprises of the grand tournament. It could be some time before you can relax in such a way again. Following the fracas at the Grand Melee, Sir Egan Rambouillet and the dwarf Caiman Hexhammer had been arrested, and their story had been uncovered. Following a black mark against his name for cowardice when he fled a skirmish instead of helping some refugees, Sir Egan had been determined to find favour with the court of Elturel again and see his dream of becoming a member of the Companions of Elturgard come to fruition. So to clear his name, he had hired the dwarf Caiman Hexhammer and hatched a plan to stage an attack on the Grand Melee that he could single-handedly defeat, thereby securing his admission back into the Companions.
Sly bastard.
Thanks to your efforts, his plan had failed. The citizens of Elturel had been saved, and it was later found that his sword had been magically enhanced with strands of rust monster tentacle, thereby allowing him to damage the mechanical monster that the dwarf had created. Still, all that was behind you now, and the serious business of defending the Sword Coast was to begin.
Our dwarf didn't need such magic, he just obliterated the fucker.
And as you move down to the docks, you can see Onthar Froom standing there in his full plate mail armour. He greets you ebulliently. "My friends! I hear you had quite a day at the tournament. I expected nothing less. Welcome, welcome." You also see the monk Leosin is there. And standing next to the monk, there is a tall tiefling dressed in chainmail armour with blue skin and long white hair and ebony black horns that come out the front of his forehead.
Ah! A pair of black antlers! That was the name of the pub we stayed in.
Alright. Do you want to meet the sharp points of them?
Ah, a feisty one. Hi! I'm
Hello.
Ignatius. Ignatius
Great.
the Mysterious, Magician of Mirabar. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. I'm Dre Hopebane, Paladin from Ishtar.
I take it you're going to join our merry band?
I have been brought in, yes.
Leosin steps forward. Indeed, Master Hopebane will be joining you on your mission. We think his unique skills will be of benefit to you. Onthar Froom steps up. My friends, don't underestimate the importance of what you're setting out to do today. With you goes the hope of our two organisations, and if successful, it would be a mighty strike against the Cult of the Dragon and their plans. We discussed yesterday how we may be able to help you in some way, and it gives me great pleasure to give you a small gift with some help for the journey as promised. And he lays down on the floor in front of you a small wooden chest.
Excellent. I'll head over to the chest.
Okay.
Just ignore it. Well, thank you, but I'm not going to go over.
And what's in this then?
You open up the chest. Inside it's been compartmentalised, and there are 4 potion bottles along the top of the chest. There is a pouch which contains some gemstones, and there are 4 pins in there, each of which is silver and has been created in the design of a harp suspended between the horns of a crescent moon.
Get uniforms?
We thought the gems would be easier to carry than coin. There's some potions that will heal you if you need them. And the pins that you
how many
wear,
of those?
There's 3 potions of healing and a potion of greater healing.
Someone goes up against dragon folk, it's a good idea to have these with us. Thank you.
The pins do not wear openly. They are a symbol of the Harpers. But whilst wearing them, they'll allow you to communicate with each other as though you were standing next to each other, even though you may be up to 200 feet away.
A wonderful gift. Thank you.
Very, very useful.
Okay, I'm going to drop those into the party inventory.
I'll pocket my pin straight away. Who wants these potions then? Who wants what?
If you tell me how you want them splitting up, I'll...
Right. Throw the
I think probably the 3 normal potions to us and the big potion to Ragnar, maybe, because he's going to be in there taking the most, I reckon. What do you reckon, folks?
Give the big fella the big heal.
I've got 60 hit points, so...
Yeah, I know, but the way you're like, Hulk-like, you're still going to be in there when we've all fucking backed off.
Although, administering a potion to him...
Good point. Yeah, difficult.
Yeah, but I can still do lay on hands and...
I'll dice you for the big one.
If it's AC.
Anybody?
I'll have one of the little ones.
Not bothered. Not bothered. I'll go with whatever. The game plan.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we give the little one to the little one? Sorry, the big one to the little one, and then if when we need to use it, yeah, exactly.
Who you calling little one, Paladin?
The halfling Merid.
We're supposed to just trust you. You rock up.
Of course,
supposed to just trust a knight that's dedicated his life to the faith and the protection of the weak.
But my dear Ragnar,
why are we to trust someone so righteous as you?
He falls apart.
My dear Ragnar, if you're someone not to be trusted, do you not trust your own ability to deal with it?
My friends, I speak on behalf of Master Hopebane, and let me tell you, he is to be trusted.
I missed that. My apologies. Sorry, you were saying, sir?
You can trust Master Hopebane. He's known to me. It's Ontharr Froom talking.
I'm not of the same paladinic order.
I'll take the greater one and hand the normal one out to all the other guys. And,
Okay.
I'll heft the pouch of gems. Say I'll look after these lads.
I've chosen a different path.
Nobody will get these off me.
You're taking the gems, are you, Merid? Okay, I'm just dishing those out to you. They should be in your inventory. I just need to dish the gems out to you.
They seem to disappear before your eyes.
How many gems
Into my
are there?
pockets.
Yeah.
There's a couple of bloodstones and a citrine.
So yeah, we couldn't divide them up evenly, so it's best.
You 3 gentlemen, as I mentioned yesterday, you are now formally members of the Harpers. Keep your membership quiet, but where you come across other members of our order, they will offer you all aid that they can. And you may bear the title Watcher when you are talking to other Harpers.
Most useful indeed. Thank you for the honour.
Ontharr strides up and slaps you on the back, Dre, with a hefty black blow that makes you stagger slightly. And you, young man, you are now a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and you can use the title Cheval. Bear it proudly.
Thank you very much. I'm sure it will come in handy.
Might I say a few words before we begin our quest?
Here we go.
Brave adventurers, we're about to embark upon a great crusade, towards which we have joined into this formidable force. The eyes of the good towns of this southern sword coast are upon us. The hopes and prayers of these good people march with us. In our company, we are brave brothers, and we will bring about the destruction of the draconic war machine, the elimination of Tiamat's tyranny over the oppressed people, and we will bring about freedom for the Forgotten Realms.
Bravo, Ignatius.
Well said.
Consider the spirits lifted, sir.
Okay.
Shall we be on our way?
One moment, gentlemen. A word before you go.
What now? My door's like that, actually.
The monk raises his eyebrows at you slightly. I want to reiterate a few things before you leave, gentlemen. Your mission is to find out where the cult is taking its treasure hoard and for what purpose. That is the primary mission. Please do not forget it. Stay undercover for as long as possible. If you break cover too soon, then we will never find out where the final destination of the hoard is. When you get to Baldur's Gate, seek out Akin Celebon, the owner of the equipage business in Blackgate. Your mission is known to him, and he will be able to assist you with getting hired onto one of the caravans. I will be sending out word to Harper agents throughout the Sword Coast. Look for help where you least expect it.
Thank you for your wise words. We will attempt to remain undercover as long as we can. That may be difficult, though, when I rest my hand on Ragnar's shoulder and then go, "Ooh, spiky!"
I have one other favour to ask you. It's a personal matter. A Harper agent who was active in Baldur's Gate went missing recently. His name is Carlon Amofel, and he bears his Harper symbol as a tattoo upon his right arm. We believe he may have important information for us, but we've had no sighting or sound of him. If you come across him in your travels, please do what you can to aid him and recover his information.
Of course.
What does he look like, apart from that symbol? Like, what race? What?
He's a human. Last time I saw him, he was bald. But Harpers often change their appearance.
Carlon, what was his name?
Carlon Amofel.
Colin Amofel. Yes.
And with that...
So, Akin Celebon and Carlon Amofel. Here we come. I'll step onto the boat.
Okay, you step onto the boat.
Oh, I don't want to. I just want you... Have you got any more crossbow bolts? I seem to have used up a few at the tournament.
I am sorry, there were no crossbow bolts on the list I asked you to make.
Well, that's before I shot half of them at that big giant robot, wasn't it? Oh, rolls his eyes.
Captain Chabot will look after you. The journey to Baldur's Gate should take 2 or 3 days. We don't anticipate any problems on the way. Good luck, gentlemen.
How many do you need, good fellow Tuck?
I shot about 7. Oh, no, exactly 7, actually.
I'll reach into my backpack and hand him 4.
Okay. Mark them off appropriately, everybody.
I am indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Arthur, farewell. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, Hopebane. Good luck. May Torm smile on you.
I shall wander to the prow of the boat and stand there.
Okay. It's a simple river barge. It's transporting bales of wheat down the river to Baldur's Gate for the breweries, taking them from the green fields to the breweries of the city. The boat casts out into the fast-flowing river Keonthar and sets off, heading towards the west, leaving the city behind it, the globe of the Companion hanging above, hundreds of feet above the city, sending out bright daylight. And the first morning passes quickly enough. Is there anything you want to do or discuss with each other?
No, I'm going to sit at the front of the boat and just absent-mindedly twiddling my fingers with balls of light flicking between them as I'm just watching the scenery go by.
I'll spend a bit of time trying to train my library use up on the journey, so let me get some... A wrong game!
Ragnar, would you like to play some cards?
No.
Did I hear that, Neil? Standing at the front of the boat?
Yeah, probably. It's not a huge boat. It's a simple single deck river barge.
Chris, what's your character's last name?
Hope Bane.
Okay. Hope Bane. Right, I can only see the Hope bit. So, Hope Bane. I'll play some cards.
Well met, Ignatius.
Whereabouts are you sitting on the boat? The captain is at the rear of the boat, where the steering
I'll
wheel
walk up
is.
to Ignatius. It's fine. I'll walk up there.
Just kind of
Can't
sat on
see
the
the
prow.
boat. Can't see the boat.
No, I'm just asking roughly where you're sitting on the boat. Describe
Oh.
to me.
Just on the prow.
I'll be in my hammock, asleep.
Actually, it's not cards. I only have my dice with me. I apologise. It's not cards. Dice.
Then dice it is.
I'll be
Small
snooping around
wager.
in the hold.
There isn't a hold. It's just a single deck barge.
Arse. I'll be at the rear of the boat.
Okay.
Bow, back, stern.
Okay. The barge you're travelling on makes good speed down the river, and before too long, the gently rolling hills that run alongside the Kionthar River give way to a more ragged country. High cliffs reach up, making a canyon of the rushing waters. Around midday, you see an old rope bridge spanning a narrow portion of the river ahead. A large, half-decayed animal swings from a rope that hangs out from the bridge, blocking the route of the barge. A roar suddenly echoes in the canyon as a large, brutish figure rises from atop the span. Stop!
Why?
Look back at the helmsman.
The helmsman
Into the
is sort of moving various wheels about and pulling on some ropes, lowering the sails.
Does this happen often? Does it, then, Captain?
This is the first I've seen of it. You pay Grakeg's toll. 100 coins.
But we don't want to cross your bridge.
We
It
wanna go
seems
under
fair. Wait. No, that seems fair. 100 coins to pass this great beast's bridge?
Can you prove ownership of this bridge by deed?
You pay now.
Or
You no pass. You die.
That's a little harsh.
Okay, Neil, I'm going to reach round behind my back and pull out a hefty pouch full of coins.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. So it sounds like a bag of coins, it chinks like a bag of coins, and I'm going to throw it, and I'm going to need to make a throw roll, to one side of the bridge. I'm
Okay.
going to say back to the captain, get ready.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Right, so do I need to make a throw roll? Or...
Hang on, I'll
Mind you, it's an illusion, so I can...
You can
Well, you
control
can
just
cast
about
to
reach.
cast it
Ignatius,
out,
come
couldn't
here.
you? Yeah.
Ignatius, come here, mate. Let me just give you a tip on throwing, and so I sort of mutt something under my breath and cast guidance on him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just canter it might help if it's an ability check.
I'll just sit there in my hammock chuckling at this lot, muttering to each other.
Make it a hit roll. You can add your dexterity bonus, but not your proficiency.
Okay, so I'll just roll a d20. My dexterity plus is +4.
Okay. So that's 15.
Is it an
Yeah.
ability-
So you. What was the illusion of the bag? What
Minor
was
illusion.
A bag of heavy coins that fills my whole hand, weighted down, and
what
I
sort
threw
of
it.
coins?
Gold coins.
Okay.
But the problem is, the reason I've thrown it to the side, and being completely honest with the GM, if he physically interacts with it, he'll be aware it's an illusion, which is why I said to
Okay.
the captain, get ready.
The ogre watches the bag arc overhead and land near the end of the bridge, and he trundles over to
Go,
investigate.
Captain, go. Go, Captain, go.
I can't go. The way is blocked.
Can
Okay,
your barge is
alright,
bigger than a...
Neil, I'll blast the. Can I blast the rope with Eldritch Blast then?
Possibly. Let me just have a check. Eldritch Blast.
120 foot distance.
Oh.
Someone shoot the rope with an arrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll do that. So I'll direct both blasts at the rope.
Oh shit! I've closed the window now.
It should be under maps still.
Hot DQ River Bridge.
It's called, yeah, Hot DQ River Bridge.
Hot DQ.
Gotta get that hot DQ on.
Hot DQ.
Okay. So what do I need
Okay.
to roll on?
So it's you have to make it a hit roll, don't you? I think with that Eldritch Blast. It's an attack, isn't it?
Yes, it's an action. Yeah.
Oh.
Eldritch Blast.
A ranged spell attack. So roll d20 and you add your spell modifier, which is +4,
So,
plus your +7 because it's plus your proficiency as well.
okay,
so
so,
it's-
I'll do it twice. So I've got 2 blasts. So shall I just roll 2?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 1 hit.
Okay. So yeah, your first blast arcs over, smashes into the rope, and the rope starts to burn and fray, and then falls into the river with a huge splash. The ogre lets out a huge roar, and at that point, everyone roll initiative, please.
What's it for initiative? 20. Yeah.
There should be an initiative button on the front of your character sheet.
Oh right, sorry.
In the middle, at the top.
Ah, yeah. Okay, sorry. There we go. Oh, 17. And that didn't work out.
So everyone
In it.
rolled? Yep. So, Mared.
What's the range on that? 60 foot. Hang on, 35. I'll move to the front of the boat. That's 25.
Yep.
And each one of these squares 10, is it?
No, 5.
5.
Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20.
One of the bigger squares.
Oh.
Not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, zoom in. Yeah, because, yeah.
Oh, I
Just
see.
to
I can
zoom
see
in
it
to make
now,
sure
yeah.
you've got the right.
Right, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, not in freaking range of any spells. I was just going to do calm emotions on him. God damn. Right, I will. Just going for it then, aren't we? Right, I'll do a cast guiding bolt on him.
Okay, make an attack.
Target.
Make sure you're targeting him. Yeah.
Go. And cast. Lovely.
Okay, hits.
Damage. That's rather good.
Wow.
6, 5, 6, 6.
Wow.
And
I don't think I'll bother getting out the hammer.
I'm just going to lie there watching.
the next attack on him has got advantage.
Okay. Yeah, so, where is he?
The next attack roll made against.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mutter some words under your breath, point at him, and an arc of energy streaks out and smashes into him. He lets out an almighty roar and glares angrily down at you. Dre, you see Merid has just attacked the ogres at one end of the bridge. You can go next.
How is it easy to take out the ogre? or the bridge? How deep is the water that we're in?
You have no idea.
Okay.
River deep. Mountain ogre high. What does
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do? Well, I've kicked it off.
What are you going to do?
Right, so, well, I think I'm just going to... I'm going to do the Eldritch Blast again on him, because it's the only range kind of attack.
Okay, so what you have to do is target him by control-clicking the ogre. What's that? And then under Eldritch Blast, if you click the magnifying glass, click the attack button.
Yep, okay, cool, brilliant.
Will it have that advantage on him from the guide?
I believe it's melee attacks that get advantage, isn't it?
No, the next.
Okay, so I just press the attack button.
Hold on.
No, the next attack roll.
Okay, so before you do that, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, click the ADV button.
Yeah. Okay, cool, done that.
No, sorry, unclick it. It'll automatically grant attack if it's viable, because it's got the effect on it.
Because it's got a down from on him, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so within the spells and cantrips section, do I press the attack button?
Cat.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so
Hits.
one hit.
Lovely.
And click the damage button under Eldritch Blast.
Oh, yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, the bolts of energy from Merida quickly followed by bolts of energy from Dre's fingers as he points at the beast and mutters some kind of incantation under his breath. The ogre staggers and reels from side to side and starts moving back to the middle of the bridge. He picks something up and hurls it at the boat. A huge bag arcs through the air and smashes down into the middle of the boat. It bursts upon impact, scattering you all with blood, intestines, animal parts, rotting meat, just sprayed across the deck of the boat. Now, my pets, feed! And you see movement around the boat in the water.
Crocodile.
Okay, Ignatius.
Okay, so what have we got on the? We've got something on the boat now.
The ogre has just chucked a load of rotten meat at the boat, which is absolutely stinks. It's a horrible stench. You're bending over, half gagging, and you see movement on the rocks near the edges of the water in response to this.
Okay, so I shall say to Captain Tamon Shabot, start getting the boat moving.
He starts pulling on the ropes again.
And I'm going to pull out my staff, the staff of the High Captains, and I slam it into the deck, and it explodes in light as I say, the ogre does what ogres can, deeds quite impossible for man, but one prize is beyond his wrought. The ogre simply cannot master thought. About a subjected plain amongst its desperate and the slain, the ogre stalks with hands on hips, whilst drivel gushes from his lips. The ogre no longer blessed with pride, for the ogre, you must stand aside! And I cast command.
Okay, are you in range? I think you are. Can you just target the ogre for me? 55 feet, yeah. So you are in range.
Yeah, it should be 55, shouldn't it?
Right.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so target it and cast a spell and we'll see if he saves.
Okay, got it targeted. It's not in my spells. Okay, let me see how I can do this. Inventory.
It should, if you,
Yeah, it's not in my spells, so
What's he have to make?
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
Let me just
and
double
the
check.
DC
Wisdom,
will
yes.
be
Or
8
follow the
plus your
command
charisma modifier. Plus
on the next turn.
So 16. On the next turn.
Yeah. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay, right. So he needs to roll a 16 basically with this save.
Yeah, so when it wants
Wisdom.
to do what it wants,
Okay.
it's going to do what you want first. If it
Okay. Ignatius stands up, utters this rather preposterous speech. Ragnar stirs from his slumber on the hammock.
What do I do?
two
Oh, you
crocs
could-
on your side.
You could delay your action, Rich.
Yeah, I'll delay my action.
What
for
are you
the
delaying it
crocodiles.
to?
You have to
For when the crocodiles attack.
And what are you
When
going to
they're
do?
close
What
enough.
action are you delaying?
I'm going to rage when the crocodiles. Use my free bonus to rage when the crocodiles attack.
Okay.
Seeing the crocodiles attack, and then
Crocodiles attack.
I'll save my
Croc
attack
attack.
for the when they close in.
Okay. So when they
I'll
come
just
into
prepare
range,
myself, yeah.
you're going
I'll
to
delay
attack the
myself. Let them
crocodiles.
come in first.
Nice.
Oh my god, shit's about to be unleashed.
In fact, I could cast rage now, couldn't I?
You won't win against the dwarf.
You can if you want.
No, I have to do damage in combat, don't I? So no,
To maintain it, you do.
yeah. It's a free action anyway. So.
Okay. So are you going to rage then? Whoops.
No,
No. Okay.
not yet.
You're going to... Okay. 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll rage.
1, 2, 3,
You've got that one big red button.
5, 6.
No,
Okay.
Oh, wow, they were fast.
Ooh. Hello, Mr.
Okay.
Crocodile.
Yeah. 2 huge leathery claws grip onto the side of the boat, and a huge face and snapping jaws reaches up out the water at you. You can have an attack at it if you want to target it.
Mum!
Thank you.
You're raging, aren't you? Hold on.
Yeah.
How did we do rage last time?
I'll put it on.
Oh, you've done it. Okay, cool.
So I get my normal attacks against it.
Yes, you get a normal attack, normal round of attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get one. You don't get a bonus attack because you've used your rage.
Okay, but I get my 2 attacks normally.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that hits.
Low armor class. Good.
Probably got strong skin, haven't they?
So
Okay,
that's
as
why
it
the damage.
Tough as
as it comes up, sorry.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Yeah.
apply some damage, isn't it?
Yeah, damage, great axe,
Plus
effects
two.
+2. Yeah, it's all there.
Sorry.
Yeah, it does +2 damage, which it did.
I'm gonna finish it. Try and bash it back off the boat with my shoulder on my spiked armor.
Isn't that a bonus action?
No, I don't think so. Is it? It's a free action, isn't it?
No, it's a bonus action.
Okay.
So you can do that next round.
Oh,
Okay, you're just swinging from side to side in your hammock, and you swing over with your axe. The swinging takes you away from it, and you miss. The axe scraping along the deck of the ship, digging a deep groove into it, and then the hammock swings back into range, and your second blow, you just catch it underneath the jaw with the axe, knocking its head back and cutting deeply into its throat. Another huge pair of snapping jaws. Whoops.
The red shirt's going to get it.
Issues from the the river. Yeah. And the guard leaps back in shock and lets out a fearful shriek. Ah! There's another one! There's a huge splash as something heavy enters the water from in front of the boat. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not quite in range. I don't think. What's its range? No, it's not. Okay. It's under the water, by the way. That thing.
Okay. Can't attack it.
The boat guard panics and shoves his spear at the crocodile that attacked him. But he's visibly shaking in fright, and his spear goes wayward. And the captain is now furiously pulling on various ropes. Mered, everything has erupted into chaos around you. You have a crocodile on either side of the ship, and an injured ogre bellowing down at you from above. What are you going to do?
Can I see that crocodile 3 at the front of the boat?
No,
It's underwater. You have to go right to the front, and you'll get disadvantage on any attacks against it.
Could you cast spell on it though?
Yeah. Just whether I can see it or not. If I go close enough to cast a spell on me, it'll probably get a bunch. And
Could he not climb up the mast a little bit?
No, I want
Get
that. That would be an action climbing. I prefer to keep people in between me and the monsters. So I will mutter a prayer, wave my hand in the air, prick my finger, and on those two, that's crocodile him and crocodile her. That is a her now. I will cast Bane upon them.
Okay.
Here we go. Lovely. I need to put the effect on.
Getting Mark Kane in them sweets. That's funny.
Shall I drag that effect?
I'm eating Walker's crinkles.
Good boy.
So hold on. What effect are you?
Than the usual.
Bane.
Yes. Yeah. I can drag it onto them if you want. It's up to you.
Crocodile's 1 and 2 in it, not it? 1.
Yeah.
2. There we go. Right. Standing behind this mast. That's me done.
Okay. Okay. You see much the same thing, Dre. Mered turns and summons dark energy. Black smoke rises from his fingers and shoots into both of the crocodiles, which shudder and shake for a moment. It's now your turn.
Okay.
Wow, Queenie's laying down the law.
Is she? Oh,
Hey.
recording it. Okay, I'm going to. So I'll continue hitting the ogre with Eldritch Blast. So I'll summon 2 electrical forces out of my hands.
Nice.
Direct them towards said ogre.
Ho ho ho.
Hit. Damage. And I press it again, don't I?
You have to. You have to roll to hit twice, don't you?
I did, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. 18 and 16.
Okay, the blast slam into him. You can see now he's kind of leaning heavily on the rails, swaying from side to side, panting heavily. Blood and his skin seared on his chest. No! He bends down, picks up a huge rock the size of a small horse, raises it above his head, and with almighty strength throws it at the front of the boat.
I take it he made his saving throw then for command.
Oh, it's not his go yet, though, is it? It's still my go.
No, it's Yoga's go.
No, oh no, sorry. Unless you want to move.
Yeah, no. Can I do my vow of enmity as my bonus action? Just channeling divinity gives me a 10-foot attack, 10-foot advantage.
Hold on one sec.
On the crocodile 3.
Oh wow! Thank you, Stu.
What is it? Vow of.
Thank you.
Vow of enmity. It's part of my
That's amazing.
my oath.
I wonder if... Sorry, go on.
It's within 10 feet of you.
Is the crocodile not within 10 foot?
Let's have a look.
Sorry, I'm doing it on the croc, not on the ogre. So,
Yes, you can do it on the croc. Yes.
yeah.
No, baby, you want some
I'll do
gravy?
it on the croc if that's alright. Do I need to activate?
You gain advantage on attack rolls against a creature for 1 minute.
Hey, baby.
So you gain
gravy?
advantage on attack rolls against the.
Crocodile. Yeah.
You want some of Simsy's gravy?
So what you can do is you can shift drag the effect onto the crocodile.
Okay.
Which is crocodile 3. And it should put the effect on you, target crocodile 3. Yes. Okay.
Is that there now?
Yeah. So if you open up the combat tracker, you'll see that you are now, when you target crocodile 3, you get an advantage on attack for 10 rounds.
Cool. Brilliant.
Okay. No, Mark. Actually, you're right. He doesn't. He moves across and steps to one side. He then picks up a big rock.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Bends down,
I
holds it
should have
over his
thought of
head,
my
and
words
throws
more
it
carefully.
at Dre,
Should have thought more carefully
because
about
he
my
hasn't
wording.
forgotten about him.
Seems to have taken it a little bit personally.
You did kick his ass.
Yeah. How far away am I from him? Oh yeah, 50 foot. 60.
Wonder if that ever happened in the Sisters of Mercy green room. Eldritch blast. Oh, I got bad wind.
Lovely.
I can't imagine Andrew Eldritch doing that for some
No,
reason.
me either.
Okay. So yeah, and he hurls this rock at you, Dre. What's he get on his dex bonus? -1. Brilliant. What's your armor class?
Bring it on, fiend. Beast,
I
18.
rolled a. You'll be pleased to hear I rolled a.
Oh my god.
Oh mate. 28.
Holy shit.
What?
Get your potion out.
I'll tell you what. Well, yeah. What I can. It doesn't matter, does it? Because it's yeah. Even if I did shield as a reaction, it'd only give me +5 AC. Doesn't matter on 20, does it?
No. So this is going to do, what's his strength modifier? +4. So it's 2d6 plus. Well, it's 1d6 doubled +4. And I rolled a
Was that your archetype?
Jesus.
12, so that's 16 damage. So this rock arcs through the air, smashes into you with a huge crunching noise. It knocks you prone. You're lying back. There's splintering wood everywhere.
So when I'm prone, I can't react. I guess.
It depends what the reaction is.
I'm gonna muster my arms together and cast a hellish rebuke from my tiefling reaction.
Hellish rebuke. Yeah, you
That's
can do
useful,
that. But you will get. I think you get disadvantage because you're prone to. If it's to hit, is it to hit? No, it's not. It just takes a save. So yeah, target it and make the roll.
Well, I think I'm still targeted, aren't I?
You are, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lovely
So
jubbly.
if you click the cast button, it should make a save.
Cast. Oh, so the save here is against Dex. Shouldn't it be against Charisma? Isn't that? Shouldn't the saves be against the Charisma? Or is
No,
that
it makes a hellish rebuke. It specifies dexterity.
different? Okay. Okay. Cool. Right.
Oh, lovely.
It fails, so you can now roll the damage. Wow. Okay. As the rock smashes into you, it sends you flying back along the deck. It knocks you back 5 feet. You're sliding back on your back. You look at it, you raise both hands, point at it, and it bursts into flames. It screams in a guttural roar and collapses on the bridge. Ignatius, you've just seen Dre burn the ogre, and it's fallen out of sight. But there's 2 crocodiles attacking the boat. It's Ragnar is swinging wildly on his hammock, swinging his axe as he does so.
What's
And
crocodile
regard
feeding?
is
Truculently.
that you can't see that. That's underwater.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
But I've cursed it with. I've not cursed it. Sorry, I put. I think that's only an advantage for me, though, isn't it?
It is.
I need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat. Brilliant. Okay, so I mutter under my breath. I think the dwarf can handle that one.
I think you're right.
Okay. You're targeting the one next to the dwarf at the moment.
I'm not, am I?
Yeah.
Thought I was targeting the one next to Mered.
There's 2 next to Mered. He's
Hey.
standing in between 2
He's in between.
huge
he's
snapping
between
pairs of
1 and 2.
jaws.
Yeah, well, the one
Cock
that's
two.
it's further. Oh, that's a boat guard.
Yeah, boat guard. Yeah,
There's Ragnar. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Croc 2.
Okay, so Ignatius claps his hands together and then blows through his hands and casts poison spray.
Okay.
Creature must make a Constitution saving throw, so it's just a cast or take 2d12.
Let's see if that bane kicks in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, failed.
So I still don't know how to. It says 1d12, but I'm 5th level, so it should be 2. I don't know how to do that.
Which spell was it?
Poison spray. It's a cantrip.
You're right. It should be 2d12. Let me change that for you. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. A green mist sprays out from your hand towards the crocodile. Its head rises from side to side, smashing into the side of the boat and the decking. Ragnar, you're still swinging about in your hammock, and in and out of your view, this crocodile's jaws come snapping at you every time you come into range. From the corner of your eye, you see the smoke rising from above the bridge. It's just a chaotic scene. What would you like to do? You are still raging.
Well, on the next backswing, I think I'm still targeting said crocodile, so I'll give him a little slap.
Okay.
He's not even getting out of his hammock. Love it. Brilliant. That's fucking awesome.
Okay. The next time you come swinging into range, you just swing your axe up, and it cleaves right through the bottom jaw, and the points of your axe come up, sticking up through the top of the jaw, right in between the crocodile's eyes, which just roll up into the back of its head. And it slides back off the boat, its weight dragging it off the end of your axe.
Shit. Gotta go AFK. Cat wants to go out. Back in a minute. Sorry. I'll let you out.
Would you like to move at all?
No, I'm going to stay in my hammock. I'm going to use my other attack, however.
Go on, baby.
Yep.
As I come back again the other way, I'm going to this other crocodile with my other attack.
You're going to have to move. You're not quite close enough to it.
What, throw an axe? I can throw an axe.
Oh, you can throw an axe, yeah.
I'm back. That was
Oh,
very...
criticals. Okay. Yeah. Roll your damage.
Yeah.
It should automatically critical for you.
Not even
Wow. That's a lot of damage from a throne.
Did it crit? It didn't do the extra dice.
No, you rolled to hit again.
Yeah, you roll to hit again, mate.
Oh.
So this time, because it won't take into account a critical now, you have to hold down shift when you roll the damage.
Hold down shift, okay.
There you go. So, Ragnar swings to the right, slams his axe into the jaw of one crocodile, knocking it back off the boat, dead. Swings back the other way, rolls over, throws an axe which spears the other crocodile in the head, and that slides back off the boat, taking your hand axe with it. Takes out 2 crocodiles in 1 round. Would you like to move, or are you going to stay in your hammock?
Nice.
No, I'm a hammer.
It's almost like you're doing it in your sleep, Ragnar.
That was fucking awesome.
Okay. The rest of you are just staring at Ragnar, just swinging from side to side, laying waste to either side of him. There's a sudden roar behind you, and onto the front of the boat, the weight of it almost tipping the back of the boat up into the air, comes this crocodile snapping at Ignatius.
So it's at disadvantage, isn't it?
Why is it at
Did
disadvantage?
Yeah, I think, didn't Dave... put
No,
the-
I couldn't see that one, so...
Ah, right, okay, sorry.
He put it on the other 2, which probably helped with Rich finish them off. You leap in the air and dance in between its jaws as they snap at your feet.
Goodness!
Ignatius. The boat goes, there's another! And he throws his spear at it.
Don't fucking miss.
Look.
But the spear goes sailing over the crocodile's head and disappears into the churning waters of the river.
Amateur. Roll me eyes.
The boat's starting to move slowly now and swing from side to side as the captain is starting to get it back into the sails back down and moving again. Mered, 2 of the crocodiles are dead, but there's one right at the feet of Ignatius and Dre. Dre's still injured. In fact, he's still lying down from the attack of the huge rock which went rolling past you.
He's alright. I'll take my crossbow out, stare down the sights.
Yep.
And give him one straight, hopefully, straight between the eyes.
Okay.
You wanna split that shaft, mate?
Ooh.
Yeah, try. Oh, I forgot to put sneak attack on it. Should be another D6 then.
Yeah.
Okay, roll 1d6.
Yay!
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay, the bolt ricochets into it and sticks into its snout. But as it's shaking its head from side to side, trying to bite Ignatius, it snaps off against a piece of the deck. Okay. Would you like to move?
Move, you bastard. That's better. No. Is there something on top of me?
Oh, you're trying to move?
Can't move.
Sorry, I have to...
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
5 feet.
I'll move next to Dre.
Okay.
I haven't forgotten about you. Just, how many times is that going to be used?
I hope.
And are you done? We'll move on to Dre.
Yeah, I am. I am.
So, Mered has just found a crossbow bolt at this crocodile, which is very close to you. You're still lying on your back. He's standing behind you at the moment. What are you going to do, Trey?
Okay, so is it an action to get up?
No,
or
it uses half your movement to get up. So,
Okay.
your normal movement is 30, I think. So yeah,
Yep.
15 feet.
All right. So I'll get up.
Mhm.
I'll cast as a bonus action Thunderous Smite upon myself.
Hold on. Thunderous Smite. Where's that?
Paladin.
You've got so many spells.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I won't bother. No. I'll just do Divine Smite.
Okay.
I think. That's...
So you're currently targeting the ogre still.
Oh right, sorry. It's it's shift, isn't it?
Control
Shift
click.
or control.
Now targeting the ogre and crocodile 3.
All right, I need to. There we go.
There you go.
That good?
That's all good.
Okay, Divine Smite. What do I do? Just to put the effect on myself.
I'm trying to find it again.
Oh, there we go. I've clicked it.
Divine Smite. Why can't I see
Oh,
Divine
it's
Smite?
saying type
Oh, there.
fiend and undead. Which wasn't in the.
No, so it does more damage. It does an extra d8 if it's against a
so
fiend
it's
or
close.
undead, but it's not.
Okay. Cool.
So you have to
All
hit it first.
Yep.
Yep.
So how do I roll that on the?
So are you marking off your spell slots, by the way, as you use these spells?
No, because I've used Cantrip so far. This is the first.
Okay.
Spell. Actually, is divine.
Divine Smite is a power, isn't it? But you use a spell slot to cast it.
Yes, I do use a spell slot. Yep.
I did that earlier to Bella.
Wait a second. Oh, I've seen a fucking cat. Excuse me.
That's because you said cat. That's because you said cat trip instead of cantrip.
Cantrip. Always say that. Always say that.
Catnip. Use a catnip.
Spells. Okay, right. So sorry. So I've
Right.
tagged off. How do I roll to hit now?
So you're attacking with a weapon, aren't you?
I'm attacking with a weapon, so it's going. So it uses my charisma.
If you just go to your action, scroll to the top of your actions tab, you have 2 daggers and a longsword. So you just click the to hit box of those, of whichever you're using.
Big dice.
Sorry, where? Oh, actions. Okay, right at the top. Okay, cool. Alright, brilliant.
Okay.
Hit.
Yeah.
Print. Damage.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Okay. You get up, stagger forwards, slice into the beast as its head lashes from side to side with your sword. You feel the energy race down your arm into your sword, and the head of the thing just explodes.
Nice.
Not bad.
Time for some new shoes.
Okay. The captain gets the boat moving again. The guard needs some calming down. And you spend the next hour or so as the boat moves on, shoveling and cleaning the deck of all the gore that the ogre had thrown onto it.
Can I retrieve my axe from the floating corpse of the dead crocodile with a net or something?
Make an investigation check to see if you can find it.
Ray, that was some fancy work there. Come here, mate. You deserve this. I'll just pat him on the back and I'll give him a blast of cure wounds.
Ah. Thank you, Red.
No, you can't find it. It's just disappeared in the current of the river. Okay.
Thank you, Merid. I appreciate that. Wow.
Yeah, I've got it. Doom.
So what you gave?
There you go.
All right. So what you?
Well, you're all going to take a long rest anyway, because it takes further 2 days of travel to reach your destination after this encounter.
It's a little pick me up.
That was nice. I appreciate it. I too can heal the injured. I appreciate.
Oh, you're one of them, aren't you? I forgot. What with all that fire and brimstone you lot do, I kind of forgot.
paladin of sorts.
So 2 further days travelling along the river bring you at last to the fabled city of Baldur's Gate, bustling centre of trade, with goods coming from north and south along the tradeway and by ship on the Sea of Swords. Your first view of the city is pointed out to you by Captain Chabot. He points out Worm's Rock, an impressive fort rising high above the surface of the river, with bridges that extend from each side to the banks high above. It's early in the morning, but even at this time you can see that the both of the bridges are covered with merchant stalls ranging from ramshackle to elaborate high above you as you sail underneath the bridge.
Let's look for the harbours in the least likely places.
You round the corner and come to see the city as a whole. It's situated on a prominent bluff next to the river, overlooking a huge natural harbour, divided into 3 distinct segments. Far above you, you can see the ghouls circling over the upper city, where the richest and most influential citizens live. And down around the harbour, you can see the lower city, full of narrow, winding streets, but many of them steep, as they lead up the bluff towards the upper city. The sheer size and level of activity in the harbour is impressive. Countless enormous cranes are working above scoops and cargo carts, efficiently loading and unloading all the ships. And a large solitary structure sits at one end of the harbour at the end of a pier, waves lapping against the walls. The captain brings the barge into one of the docks and says, "Good luck to you, gentlemen. Safe onward journey wherever it is you're going." And then he wanders off to talk to the one of the dock masters about getting his cargo unloaded.
Thank you, Captain. Alright, disembark, gather my pack, get off.
Okay.
Let's move.
Up ahead of you, you can see the lower city on the sides of the hill. A great crescent shape around the harbour, descending down to the docks, packed tight with conjoined slate roof buildings made of stone and feature window boxes and stout shutters in vibrant colours. And lots of narrow alleys you can see winding up the hill, which access interior courtyards and other streets. And stone buttresses often span the narrow passages leading up the hill, literally holding apart the upper floors of different structures that face each other. Let's see, I've got a map for you.
So it's a bit cosy.
It's toy. Baldur's Gate.
Very cool. Ooh, okay. Maps. I love maps. Okay, so what we're seeing on the picture.
Oh, and a third.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
Water Queen's house.
You can see the wall at the top. Oh, brilliant! The map matches the picture. Awesome.
Could zoom in.
Nice.
Okay, the noise is cacophonous around you of traders shouting. There's a sudden shout a couple of 100 feet away across on one of the other piers. A shout of warning, and suddenly rope breaks on a crane and a huge cargo box tumbles down, smashes into the dock beneath it. People go running over to help.
Okay, right. Step off. Yeah, step off the boat onto the quay. Whereabouts are we on the map then, mate?
Are we at 1? Are we?
Oh no.
No.
So no,
I take it we're lower city, yeah.
Draw a little circle for you. Yeah, you're in the lower city where the circle
right,
is.
okay. Well,
In fact, what I'll do.
if we were to look for the Watchers in the least obvious place, that's going to be Mandakal's mansion. The seat of the power is going to be the
Okay.
I believe we've got a contact here to meet first before we're running up to.
So yeah, so we've got to meet Akin Celebon,
I can sell a bob.
and we've got to keep our eyes out for Karlon Ammerfell.
Ball.
Blackgate, Baldur's Gate, owner of. He was a shop owner, some equip. Is the name of the shop Blackgate? I can't remember.
Oh, that was it. He did give us the name, didn't he?
You've got it all written down, Chris, in those notes I gave you.
Have I? I can sell a bob. Not that bit, I don't think.
You know?
Let's have a quick look.
Hang on, chaps, let me consult my notes.
Arkansas. Yes, here we go. Operates an equipage business in the outer city, north of the city wall, in a district called Blackgate.
Ah. North of the city wall.
So that's going to be over towards Little Colsam, I guess. Well, let's ask, shall we? We'll go to the harborman's office at 3. Okay. Or maybe speak to the captain.
Okay, as you're standing, looking around in a mixture of awe and confusion and not sure where to go, a young boy runs up to you. "You're right there, gentlemen. Do you need anything? Can I help? Reynard Dumain at your service." And he bows low before you.
Where's Blackgate?
Blackgate? Oh, Reynard can take you to Blackgate.
Okay, I'll keep a close eye on my pouches.
Yeah, exactly. Hands on pockets. And the cost, young man?
Oh, a silver piece? It's a long way. We have to go to through the upper city.
Silver piece, you've got to be joking for that, mate. I could ask anybody else and they'd just give me directions.
Oh yeah, they could, but you could fall in with thieves or anything down in the lower city. You got to be careful. And if you're going into Blackgate, well, you got to be careful there. That's in the outer city. That's a lawless area. But Reynard knows the way.
I'll just gesture to the. Yeah, I'm writing something. I'll just gesture to the little lad. Tell you what, son, and I'll whisper in his ear. Using
Thieves'
thieves' cant. Yeah, basically. Don't go taking the piss, mate. Let's see if he understands.
He gives you a slightly quizzical look. He says, "I ain't gonna cross the guild, sir.
Right,
Reynard's honest as the day is long, sir. I'm just after some pennies to pay for me and my old ma to have something to eat tonight. But I know this city."
Spare me the sob story. Here's 5 pennies now, and you'll get the same when you when we get.
You're
to where we're
haggling
going.
with the street.
Oh, shit. Yeah, exactly. He's got no.
He takes the 5 coins. Are they 5 coppers? Are they? I take it.
Yeah.
He bites into one of them and looks at it. He says, "I'm going to trust you, sir. You look like a trustworthy sort. All right then, you follow Reynard." And he starts walking off at a brisk pace towards the end of the pier.
Okay, grab my pack and start following him.
Let's move.
Keeping an eye on the citizens as we go. Keeping an eye out for anything, anybody following us.
Okay, everyone make perception checks. He walks you along the outside of the harbour, heading to the northwest, to where some of the streets are the steepest.
I could see everything. Absolutely.
I can see everything!
I see nothing.
Mered, there are a couple of people who are eyeing you as you, a couple of the dock workers seem to be talking to each other and nodding in your direction as you walk along the
it seems like
towpath next to the harbour.
Attracting a bit of attention from being as how we probably can't blend in very well, owing into the certain gentleman here with the big horns.
I always attract attention.
Yeah, I suppose you're used to it. Anyway, try and put your hood up or something, mate, and we'll blend in a bit more.
There's no need. Can't hide these horns.
Meh. Sorry.
Okay, Reynard starts to lead you up some of the very narrow streets. The tall buildings on either side leaning in oppressively, casting the streets into shadow as you head up. We're going to go through one of the gates up into the upper city. But, gents, it's a hot day and I haven't had my breakfast yet. And look, we're here outside Mrs. Helton's pie shop. Oh, smell that. Doesn't it smell lovely? Oh, I haven't had my breakfast yet either.
You can spend some of that money I gave you then, can't you? We'll wait here.
I'll get you a pie, Sonny.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
I'll get you a pie. Fancy one myself.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Dwarf. Marta, it's Reynard. And he goes bouncing into the shop. He leads you into the shop, laid out on various shelves are freshly cooked pies. On one side of the shop they're all sweet, and on the other side they're all savoury. A middle-aged woman in a white pinafore covered in flour over the top of a brown dress stands out with her hands on her hips. She's greying at the edges. She's got short brown curly hair and ruddy cheeks, and she looks down at Reynard. Oh, you young scamp! What do you want today? I'm just showing some friends around, Marta. Can I have one of your pork pies, please? Well, who's paying this time? The
I'll
dwarf's
take
paying.
care of that, fair maiden, and you can make a pie for me too.
Certainly, certainly. She goes off and she brings back 2 fist-sized pork pies and hands one to each of you.
Oh, lovely.
It smells absolutely tremendous. That'll be 2 copper pieces, please.
There you go, my lovely.
You stay out of trouble, Reynard. Always do, Marta, always do. And he carries on leading you up up the street.
You avoid a poisoned pie once before?
Pie is a pie.
Thought you'd
This
never
one
want
was
to
not
see one again.
poisoned.
Ragnar, how's the pie?
The pie's
Oh,
pretty
pie
good.
must be-
It's not the best you've ever had, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted to sample some Baldur's Gate pie.
Cream pie.
Oh my god.
Baldur's Gate and all I got
Someone
was
had to
pie.
go there.
As he leads you up, he's just got a big grin on his face. There's gravy dribbling down his chin and dripping onto his rather dirty tunic. Oh, she makes the best pies, Marta does. He leads you up
Quite lovely.
to the top of the hill, and in front of you there's a big archway, and standing at the leading out into the upper city, and standing either side are 2 members of the is it the Flame Fists?
Order of the Corner?
No. Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. The Flaming Fist, yeah. Guarding the.
Flaming Fist.
As they see you coming up, they kind of elbow each other and nod towards you. Where do you think you're going, Reynard? Sorry, sir. We're just going into the upper city. These lovely people have hired me to show them to see their friends. They kind of eye him. Is this true?
It is. Is that a problem?
We ask her what business it is of yours.
What business is it of ours? We guard the gates to this city. Only authorised people are allowed in the upper city. It's where the patriarchs live.
I see. Thank you for explaining that to me.
I'll step forward and say, gentlemen, I think we'll be okay to pass through.
Ragnar's
So
still
with my
raging
noble
2 days
bird.
later. Okay,
With my-
they step aside with a smirk. You keep your eye on that one, he's trouble. Reynard leads you into the outer city. Let me get you a map.
I'm keeping my collar high, mate, just in case anybody reckons.
Not the outer city, the upper city.
Oh. A little bit of history, have we?
I'm a famous entertainer.
Famous?
Please
Or infamous?
allow me to use myself.
Yeah.
So you've actually come up through Baldur's Gate
City
itself,
Saddle.
the original Baldur's Gate, in the main city wall. And he leads you out into the outer city, which sprawls without rhyme or reason. Sorry, into the upper city. Let me try again.
Oh, yeah.
It just exudes wealth. Its buildings, shutters and doors bear vibrant colours and are smartly maintained. The streets are really wide, especially compared to the lower city, and the terrain is nearly perfectly flat. Lamps hang from ornate arms extending streetward from most buildings, and the little bit of rain that has collected from the morning has collected into drains rather than pooling or flowing down the street. Flowering plants hang from windows and climbing walls, and the air of the city up here is much sweeter.
Nice. Continue on watching. I'm staying fairly near the back of the watching behind us.
Okay. Would you gents, would you care for a little bit of a tour?
Not really.
Why
son.
not?
We need to. We've got to be on our way. We've got important business.
Oh, well,
Haven't we?
it won't take too long, and it's very reasonable rates.
Surely it would seem unusual if we didn't.
Only another 5 copper, and I can give you the grand tour.
I think we can afford that.
Very well, young man.
Okay. You spend the better part of the morning touring the upper city. He shows you past the Hall of Wonders, which is a huge, almost a museum, exhibiting the wealth and inventions of the Church of Gond, which is based in the High House of Wonders.
Do we have a map of the upper city?
Oh,
mate?
sorry, let me share it. Yeah,
Church of Gond.
there you go.
Thank you.
He takes you past the gates and tells you some of the history of the city, how Baldur founded it 500 years ago, and how it's become he explains how it's become a important centre of trade, because no animals are allowed in the lower city because the streets are so narrow. All the trade coming into the city has to be offloaded, and then is carried by porters through the city and then loaded onto caravans in the northern part of the city, which means that they can basically control the trade as well as charge money for transporting everything through the city. And that's where it's really gathered its wealth. He finishes up taking you to the Wide, which is a huge open market area. The steamy aroma of frosted spiced meats mixing with the wet earthy smell characteristic of the city. Bright multicoloured awnings covering stalls in which tools, textiles, foods, luxuries, silks, scarves, tobacco, spices and all manner of creature comforts from every corner of the Sword Coast are bought and sold. Tattoo artists, fortune tellers, sages and hedge wizards all work here. You see people running through with long poles stretching up from their backs with bundles tied to the top, and Reynard explains that that's to stop the goods that are being traded from being stolen. Occasionally you see in the distance 2 people collide and the poles kind of become entangled and fall down in a heap, and there's all chaos going on in the town square.
Can we, while we're in the Wide,
Mhm.
let's seek out that tattoo artist.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I can take you to a tattoo artist, sir. I know one. He's very, very good. He did mine.
Well, let's go and see. What exactly is the harper's symbol again? It's the
Harper symbol. It's a harp suspended between the horns of a crescent moon.
What are you after a tattoo for then, Dre?
I'm not. I'm thinking about that Carleon person. The
I thought-
the harper that went missing.
I thought that was just a chap who had a tattoo.
Yeah, he had a tattoo. He had to get the tattoo somewhere.
But if it was a tattoo that represented a secret society, he probably didn't get it done in a local place. I just think
Unless
there
they
might
didn't
be-
know it was part of a secret society.
Yeah, might be
Um,
the wrong tree.
Reynard leads you into the centre of the wide, past a huge statue of a powerful warrior in plate armour, standing there, but far from being the typical grim guardian that you would normally see in this kind of place. This warrior statue is wearing an enthusiastic grin, and he's cradling what appears to be a hamster in his hands.
Boo.
Urchin, what is this?
It's a space hamster!
Squeak, 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 squeak.
I'll ask the urchin, Reynard, why the rodent?
I'm not sure, sir, but that's Minsk. That is. He was a great hero back in the day.
Minsk?
Have we heard?
Yeah, he was a ranger. He was a ranger.
That's right, sir. The statue's called the Great Ranger. You know him, then?
I've heard tales of him.
He takes you past the statue to a tent, and he strides inside. Thog! I've brought someone to see ya!
Thorg. You
He's
I guess you do
disappeared
have
inside the
tattoos.
tent.
being tattoo artist.
You going in?
Yeah, I'll go in.
Is that from?
Okay.
That's from Baldur's Gate.
The actual
game, isn't
Baldur's
it?
Gate.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, you go into the tent, and it takes a second for your. Actually, it doesn't take a second for your eyes to adjust, Dre. But there's a slight smoky incense atmosphere in the tent. It's dark apart from one very bright light that is floating in the air above a long table. Sitting next to it is a huge burly half-orc. You think his skin's probably green, but it's difficult to tell because he's covered in so many tattoos that you can't really see that much of his natural skin through them all, and they're all in intricate runic tribal designs all across his chest and even across his face, and he has two huge white teeth jutting up from his lower jaw. Oh, what do you want, you young rascal?
What race is it?
He's a
Half-orc.
half-orc. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've brought some friends. I think they want a tattoo. He looks up at you and his eyes narrow slightly. I don't want to serve no filthy tiefling. What are you bringing round here for? I didn't know, Thog. I'm sorry. He said he wanted to see a tattooist. Get him out my shop.
Most unwelcoming.
That's really loud.
Oh, what, me? Sorry,
I can't hear anything.
I haven't turned myself up.
What's really loud, Rich?
Who's
Alright,
loud?
man.
Rich?
It's music on my own computer.
Oh, right, okay.
I was going to say, yeah, it went really quiet.
I linked that boo squeak in Discord, then it went to the next YouTube video. It was like, oh wow, this game theme tune really loud. Sorry.
It's suddenly the door.
It dawned on me. Ah.
Alright. Thorg, I'm looking for a man with a tattoo. A specific tattoo.
There's lots of people with tattoos in this city. He
Quite.
spits down to the side.
A harp held in a crescent moon. Have you seen this? Have you done this?
I've done lots of tattoos in my time. I don't think I can help you.
Neil, is he? Can I make an insight check to see if he's hiding anything? If he's actually shifting?
You're pushing your way into the tent as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm just standing by the entrance of the tent looking out, not in.
What was the total score on that? 22. You can tell that he, first of all, he has an intense dislike for Dre for some reason. He's taken an instant dislike to him. He
Totally racist.
doesn't appear to be hiding anything. He just doesn't want to cooperate with him.
Right. Oh, it looks like we're drawing a blank here, Trey. We might have to leave this gentleman to his day. What do you say?
Okay,
We
Mary.
mosey on out.
Get out of here, all you.
Thank you, Rube.
And
need to
you,
sort your
Reynard,
mind out.
don't you come back here bringing tieflings to my place. You know better than that.
Come along, son,
Sorry,
let's go.
sorry, Thog.
Do something to that guy. Really got my goat up. What's his name? Thorg.
Thog.
Write it down on a list. You're going on
Yeah.
my list, mate.
Dog.
Yeah, you've made the list.
From there, you head east down the wide, cleanly paved streets of the upper city to another gate, which leads out to the outer city.
Thog, so full of grog, pity
List.
his teeth stick
Thog,
out
first
like
on the
a
list.
dog.
The difference between the upper city and the outer city is stark. The outer city sprawls without rhyme or reason. Its muddy streets a tangle of shanties, forgeries, tanneries, dye works, slaughterhouses, stables, stockyards and dung heaps. Its layout and architecture are a mess of unregulated construction and styles. Many buildings are made of wood or wattle. The place is an assault on the senses. Packs of stray dogs, people hawking wares, stable hands fighting over potential customers, braying animals penned near the road, flocks of chickens and geese, and beggars raising their hands and mumbling in unknown tongues. And a riot of pungent smells greets you. Well, this is home, gents. Now, you wanted to go to Blackgate, yes?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, he leads you down the main road. At one point, he pauses. He says, "Gents, we should just wait here a moment." And a group of thugs, a moment later, goes striding past and disappears down an alley. Right, time to carry on. Come on. And he leads you on
Okay.
past. He takes you round. It takes maybe 40 minutes to get round to Blackgate. Well, we're here. Who were you after again?
I can sell a bob.
Akin Celebon. Hold on 1 second, gents. And he rushes off across the street and starts talking to somebody.
Take a good look around, see it while he's away, seeing if.
Yeah.
Yeah, still doing the same as I've always been doing, hanging at
Yeah.
the back. What
You can make perception checks.
Mr. Sun, why don't you
Should
tell me?
have spent more in perception.
There's a few people who seem to be paying a little bit of attention to you, but nothing particularly unusual.
Good looks.
Yeah. Dre seems to be gathering a few dark looks as he strides about.
I think we need to hurry up here.
A moment later, Reynard comes hopping. Right, I found him then, sir, but before I take you there, you did say that you would pay the rest of the
Once we're there.
payment.
I'll give him a gold coin now. So you
Oh, sir, thank you. Mark it off. Thank you, sir. And he kind of does a little dance around in a circle.
Oi,
And then he
Reynard.
quickly suddenly remembers himself and looks round and pockets it, looking round nervously, see if anyone noticed.
My
Make
God,
sure
that's a
you keep that
fortune to
hidden,
him.
mate.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
sure you keep that hidden. That's probably going to get him beaten up, but
It will.
it's a nice gesture.
He signed his death warrant.
Look,
He leads you up a street, and you come to a yard. An archway leads through to a courtyard. Above the archway is a carved wooden stag's head with golden antlers coming out against a green shield at the back. He leads you into the yard, and as you move through, you can see in the yard there's a couple of caravans. There's a palanquin off to one side. Wagon wheels.
Sorry, what's a palanquin?
A palanquin is like a carried carriage. So the
Okay, yeah,
upper class people would sit in there, and other
yeah,
people would lift it up with sticks and run along, lifting them through the
All right,
city.
thanks.
Bundles of rope, barrels, tools lie all over the place in what appears to be a bit of a chaotic manner. There's a few people working, repairing the wheels on one of the wagons. There's a few crates that people are moving and loading onto another wagon.
Walk in.
Well, here we are, gents. Do you need anything else?
Perhaps
Now,
you
young
should go
skeleton.
Perhaps you should go and get some food and return in an hour.
Right. Yes, I am quite hungry, and the food here is quite cheap. Would you like me to get you anything?
Yes.
No, thank you.
Well, if you
Actually, no.
insist on hanging around, please bring me my lunch.
Right. Well, if you give me some coin, I'd be happy to go and get your lunch for you.
He's bleeding, isn't he? This kid's just bleeding. I'll give him a few silver coins to get some lunch.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He kind of walks
You're the
backwards,
only person
bowing
who-
as he goes.
And you're probably impervious to whatever they're putting in the
And then he
pies.
gets to the corner, and he turns around and just disappears in a cloud of dust around the corner and runs off.
well, you made a friend there.
And you're never going to see him again either.
A few minutes later, a man walks up to you. He's kind of dusting his hands off. He's tall. He's quite well built. He's wearing a leather tunic, which is also a deep green colour. He has long black hair in curls down the back of his head, and a large drooping black moustache, which has green beads and the ends of it that droops down longer than his chin. He's got a strange scar on his forehead which runs horizontally above his black eyebrows. He's got piercing green eyes, but he's got a welcoming smile. Hello gentlemen, how can I help?
We're seeking
we'll
hack
have
and
you.
cellar, Bob.
I'm Akin. How can I help you?
Hey. We might have some friends in common. I mean, I don't
Perhaps we
wanna-
can talk somewhere in private.
Indeed.
Over
We can
dinner,
step by
perhaps.
onto Furum.
Over food. We need food.
You haven't come from... Where have you come from, gentlemen? Where have you been travelling from?
We've come from-
Elturel. On the Furum.
Perhaps in private.
Elturel. Oh, right. So, well, yeah. Why don't we go into my office and we can discuss your needs. As you go across, he looks over at a couple of the guys working. Jandar, just mind the place for me, will you? I'm going to be a little while. Some friends have come round. And he leads you into the warehouse, which again is just a chaos of wagon parts and barrels and rope and crates of nails and hammers and so on. He takes you up a short flight of wooden stairs to a small wooden building which has been built within the warehouse itself. Come in. Take a seat. And he gestures down at some bare wooden stools and closes the door. So Froome sent you. You're the ones that you mentioned, are you? Do you have any tokens on you to show me?
I'll
who you
Show me
take
the lapel inside.
Yeah, show him the harper lapels.
Okay. Very good. He goes and sits behind a huge wooden bench which is covered in papers again in a haphazard manner. He leans back in a chair and puts his feet up on the table. and pulls a pipe off the bench, puts it in his mouth, and takes a minute just to light his pipe. Just blows some smoke. It's better. Right, so I knew Onthar was sending you over. What do you need exactly? Anything I can do to help?
Well, we're looking for a caravan.
Right, yes. One of the cult caravans, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What do you want with the caravan?
We're trying to locate where the hoard of riches is being taken. I believe it may be used in some form of ritual. We need to find out where it's being taken.
Right. Well, the caravans leave out the north of the upper city, and most of them go on the tradeway up to Waterdeep. It's a journey of some 750 miles. Normally takes 2 to 3 months if the going's good.
Anything come through that could be like that?
I've been keeping my eyes out, and none of the cult caravans have arrived yet, though from what Froome said in his last message, we're not expecting them for a few more days. So what I have done is I've taken the liberty of booking you rooms in the Three Old Kegs. It's a tavern in the upper city. You can rest there, you can explore the city, and as soon as I see any sign of the cult caravans arriving, I'll get word sent to you.
Nice.
Sounds good.
What exactly do you want doing when the caravans arrive?
Well, you'll notify us when it arrives, and we need to join the caravan.
We
Really.
need to find work there.
We would like an immediate predator.
Okay. Well,
On the target position.
I'm not responsible for hiring. That's down to the individual merchants travelling in the caravan. It's a mix. There'll be a mixture of merchants carrying different goods and so on to the north, and they tend to group together into caravans for safety along the road north. It's generally accepted that if each wagon in the caravan hires 1 or 2 guards, then that'll be enough to protect the caravan as a whole moving forwards.
Maybe you can point us in the right direction.
So I can certainly point you in the right direction, and I can certainly vouch for you as well.
That'll be great.
That's all we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, any help you can give us trying to get hired? Like, is it a guild, like a Teamsters Guild? Is it, or is it just?
There's lots of guilds in this city. Yes, there is. But please, where are my manners? Let me get you a drink.
Was that like Chink that did that?
He formally introduces himself as Akin Celebon. He tells you that he's not a member of either Lanfar's or Froome's organisation. He's a member of the Emerald Enclave. But normally they wouldn't work together. But if the worrying rumours are true, then he's going to do what he can to help.
Excellent.
It's very honourable.
It's quite unprecedented, isn't it? All this amount of working together. Akin, I haven't seen this
It really
before.
is. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, to be honest, the Enclave doesn't tend to get involved anyway. We tend to steer clear of politics and the cities, more at home in the wilderness.
Testament to the importance of the quest.
It must be a really big threat to get all the groups working together.
If the rumours are true, doesn't matter whether you're in a city or not. Life's going to get difficult for a lot of people.
And end for a lot of people.
Exactly. So, finish your wine. I can find someone to direct you to the Three Old Kegs. There are 4 rooms booked there in my name.
Right.
It sounds like a wonderful idea.
Thank you very much.
I've got to get down. It's busy. We've got another caravan leaving.
Let's leave.
I'll send word as soon as I see any sign of the cult.
What's the best way do you suggest of getting hired then for the caravans? You'll tell us when they're there, and we just approach them when they turn up.
To be honest, I'd be surprised if the cult are hiring anyone to guard their particular wagons.
Right.
But there'll be other wagons in the same caravan, so you could approach them, see if they need anyone.
Yeah,
That sounds like the best approach.
Or
Plan.
could we just buy our own caravan? How much is a caravan?
Oh, well, you'd have to buy a wagon and a horse at the very least, and then you'd want some goods to trade.
Do you have one to spare?
I don't, but a wagon you'd be looking at 30, 40 gold. Then you'd need your horse, you'd need your bridling, your feed. You're looking at the better part of 100 gold for the lot, and then whatever goods you want to transport.
And upkeep for however many months it takes to get to Hoard.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months if the weather's good and there's no trouble on the road.
It might be better to try and get on an existing caravan, especially seeing as we've got the ability to get involved via vacuum.
True. And we wouldn't, and they could field the questions. We wouldn't have to actually negotiate and discuss things.
Well, they'd be more experienced at it than us, of course.
Yeah, it's a closed circle. Yes, true. Okay, good idea.
Okay,
Right, we
well,
shall head to the.
I'll see if I can find someone to give you directions.
Right. Well, actually, we might already have somebody, but do you know this little Reynard boy who's been helping us around?
Reynard. Domain? You mean the little Domain kid?
I'll give him a physical description of the
Domain.
Yeah. I know him. Caught him pinching tools out my yard a few weeks ago.
But he's been good to his word so far. He's supposed to be coming back here.
He's a good kid. He's been through some hard times. He's an orphan. He lives on his own. Looks after himself. Bright kid. I took a strip out his hide for nicking from my yard, but he's a good kid, really.
I suppose. Yeah. Well, he's supposed to be coming back here in a half hour or so.
All right. Well,
Wait for him.
I don't think he'll turn you over to anyone unsavoury or anything like that, if that's what you're worried about. But he will try to fleece you for as much as he can.
Oh, it's guaranteed. I think he's already took part of that.
There is a pie tax.
Pie tax.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know you had a sense of humour, Dre.
Thank you, baby.
You have to at some point.
Okay, so he wanders back down, and you hear him shouting in the yard to Jared. Not like that, you idiot! Let me show you! And he goes off and carries on his work.
Right, so I guess we kind of wait there and see if Thingy would.
Yeah,
Okay.
what was the name of the pub? It wasn't
The Three Old Kegs.
Ponies. That's it.
What did you say?
Three old. I was going to say the prancing ponies, but that's just
slaughtered.
yeah, slaughtered lamb. Stick to the path, my love.
Oh, can I just nip off and make myself a cup of tea?
Was it
Yes,
three
I
old,
was. As soon as you get to the tavern, I was going to suggest a 5-minute break.
Okay, yeah.
cool.
So just a
Wait,
couple of
yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Understand.
Okay, so you hang around, and after an hour, Reynard does reappear. He seems delighted to see you, as though he'd half expected you wouldn't be there. Oh, well, I've got your lunch, Mr. Ragnar.
Better late than never.
He passes you a small clay bowl, which has what you imagine is supposed to be soup in it. There's lumps of something drifting around in it. You're not quite sure what kind of meat it does appear to be meat. You're not quite sure what sort.
dwarf.
Yeah, exactly.
When he's not looking, I'll just like tip the bowl over my shoulder.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Did you enjoy that, Ragnar?
Okay. Right, where to next, sir? Where to, gents? I have got lots of appointments today, so I'm afraid if you do need my services for the afternoon, I will have to charge you another silver piece.
All we've got is one simple task. We've been recommended an inn to stay at. Have you heard of the Three Old Kegs?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course, one of the most famous taverns in the city.
Oh, do you reckon you could show us the way there?
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows where the Three Old Kegs is. But no one can get you there as quickly as I can. For five
say.
copper.
All right then, mate. You've been good to your word so far. Here you are. Here's another 5. Take us there.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the coins greedily and happily leads you along, whistling to himself as you head down the street. And he takes you back into the upper city to a large tavern situated near the High Hall. Very cosy, welcoming establishment. It's obviously named for its sign, which features 3 lashed-together barrels hanging from a pole outside. It's early afternoon, but it's relatively busy in there. And as you head in, 2 old men in chainmail armour stop you and say, "Gentlemen, I'm afraid you'll have to leave your weapons in the office here before you enter the tavern. There are no weapons allowed in the Three Old Kegs."
I'll leave my crossbow bolt there.
Yeah, all like weapons.
Put my sword over there and
Thank you
dagger.
kindly, gentlemen.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Can I hide one of my daggers about my person? So
Make a sleight of hand.
Okie dokie.
I'm leaning on my staff as if it's
Yeah.
a staff. I'm not handing that over.
Okay.
I'll put my I'll put my
Told you the stuff.
All right, Gandalf.
and then but I will give my crossbow over.
Okay. And you go through into a large common room with a large central bar area, tables around the edge. And one of the waitresses comes up to you. You mention Akin Cellenborn's name. She goes and consults a ledger and shows you to your rooms. And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Excellent. Back in a minute. I need a piss.
I'll leave you with some annoying tavern music. All right, back in a bit. Is anyone still there? Has everyone wandered off?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How's your week been, mate?
Just me. I've just been caning at Division 2.
Have you?
Yeah, it's all done.
Are you max level yet?
Yeah, I'm on tier 3, like the high difficulty now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just insane. There's like big droids flying around the city like from Terminator, the big fucking
Oh
hover ones.
really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
you have to take them down.
Have you joined a guild or anything, or are you just joeing it with Becky?
Yeah, just during it. Some of the World of Tanks guys play it.
Oh, well, what you playing?
Division 2.
Oh, right, cool. It's time for a mini Battenberg.
Lovely. I'm back.
Hello. I'm gonna treat myself to a fruit sherbet.
So whilst we're at the end, I'm trying to resist the urge to entertain attention to us, but it's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, we might need to keep a low profile.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Though it might come in useful if we do get hired as a guard. You could be you could hire yourself out as an entertainer. Look, you're not really dressed as a caravan guard. I mean, looking at you.
It will not be the first time.
I mean, the three of us probably, yeah. But you might have to, yeah, extol the virtues of your.
Something I'm well versed at.
Although, you know, bit of a finger waggling could be very.
Oh, no. Once they understand Ignatius, the mysterious
Sorry, guys.
magician of Mirabar, is here, they will
Back in the room.
They were what?
accept me. I've got charisma 20.
Jesus, man.
I'm sure he could be quite persuasive.
So what happened to you in Baldur's Gate, or do you not want to say, or do you want me to ask you that as part of the party?
Do it.
I'll
Do it.
ask
Roleplay.
I'll ask as part of the exactly.
Oh, no, it's nothing. It's just we're trying to keep a low profile, and in some places my face is well known.
You kind of, you're like the Paul McKenna or the
Yeah.
Darren
Paul
Brown.
Yep.
The Darren Brown of the Sword Coast.
Yep.
I'm in this box. Pay attention to
more
me.
more like Penn and Teller.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very, very cool. I suppose Darren Brown. I got a lot of time for him, but yeah. Who was? That's David Blaine.
He's
wasn't it?
more
David
straight.
Blaine
I'm
was in the box.
more magical.
A bit of the old David Copperfield.
Yeah, but yes,
Jesus.
that's perfect. David Copperfield is more
Cheese plus
way more
tigers.
like it.
equals
Yeah, you got
David.
it.
Do you remember that? When we didn't he?
Yeah, that's
He was
spot
on
on.
a
yeah.
flying carpet or something like that. It was just
Yeah, he did.
awful.
It was really bad. It's so obvious.
Yeah, it's like
And then he walked through the wall of China, which was so obvious.
that was it.
That's
That was
right.
hilarious.
He made the Statue of Liberty disappear as well, didn't he?
that. As he did.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't.
he did just
Yeah,
by
yeah,
changing
yeah,
perspective.
Yeah. Computer engineers did. Yeah.
It was the whole platform moved.
Right, is everybody ready? Or
Yep. Sorry. Guys.
okay.
I had to say goodnight to the kids.
So, does anybody want to do anything for the rest of the afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh, go on then.
I'd like to ask the barmaid, excuse me, love, where do they hire on for the caravans around here?
Okay. It's a young halfling girl you're talking to called Reese. You
Reese,
call
is
over.
it? Oh.
I wouldn't know, sir. Out in the outer city somewhere, I would guess. Do you want me
Alright.
to try and find out?
Yeah, if you could be the darling, that would be lovely.
Right, you are, sir.
There'll be a penny in it for you or two.
Just so you know, before there's any shenanigans, she's just shy of adulthood. In halfling terms. Just warning you.
Very wise.
I'm not-
Disclaimer
Say
there.
that.
I'm not prohibiting anything. I'm just telling you in advance.
There are certain choices you can make.
I know my players too well. I'd rather tell you now than an awkward moment in the future.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you doing anything then, Dave, or are you?
I know that's me. Just
She comes back and she says most of them leave and hire in the Blackgate area of the outer city.
Oh right, okay. Lovely. Thanks a lot, Reese. Was it?
Okay, you keep to yourselves.
No, mate. I'm
you want to do something as well? Yep.
I want to go and see Thorg.
Oh, you're going out into the city. Okay.
Well, no, because we're just down the road from it, aren't we?
Yeah, you're not
So-
far.
Yeah, so we're at 1, and so I'm gonna rock up to back up to the wide.
You're heading back to the wide. Okay, make a perception check for me.
Where's Stray off to?
Right, gonna get mugged.
Okay.
Not gonna work out very well. Okay.
Okay, you wander out into the streets. You can see the guards in the upper city, you notice, are different to the ones that you saw in the lower city, which was the Flaming Fist. Here, they're the guards of the Watch, and they appear to be a bit more uniform in their appearance and the armour they're wearing, and a bit more stern, but a bit more professional.
Okay. Don't fuck with the mama.
It's early evening by the time you reach the wide. But it's still as busy as it was in the early afternoon when you were here earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna head over towards Thorg's tent.
Yeah.
I don't wish him any. I'm not gonna violently. I'm not gonna attack.
Murder him.
You can do
No,
what you
of course
want.
not.
It's
No, I know,
completely up to you.
I know. No, well, he's a racist, so I'm going to observe his tent to see if people come in and out, and when it becomes going to get to the point whereby there's not anybody coming out of it, it's just him on his own.
Okay.
When that occurs, I'm going to cast darkness upon myself.
Right.
I'm going to go into his place of work, and I'm going to smash up his tools. His tiny tools, and then I'm going to leave him.
Okay, well the first thing is a few people come in and out. A half elf,
Vindictive cunt!
a young
What a vindictive cunt!
Not vindictive. Fucking eye for an eye, mate. Slight me.
a young half elf man wanders in, but he hasn't come out. He's been in there for a long time.
Half elf man.
Mm-hmm. Let's change the music a little bit.
I like the pub music.
Some banging tunes, banging mandolin
So
tunes.
how long has he been in there for? Then?
How long are you waiting?
I don't know. I'm prepared to give it a good hour. What
He
time- what
he
time's
certainly
now?
doesn't come out after an hour.
Really.
He's having a tattoo done, he's going to be in there quite a while. Let's get comfy.
All right. What time
The
is it?
sun's gone down now, and various lights have lit up around the wide.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's got lots of good lights, hasn't it? In the area. All right, I'll give it another hour.
Okay, and you wait another hour. Still no sign of the half elf emerging.
Okay, right. Well, I'll walk up to the door, cast darkness upon myself,
Okay.
and then
You mutter the incantation under your breath, and you are surrounded by. Is it a 10-foot square?
I think it's 15-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay. There's gasps from people nearby and a shriek as a huge cube of darkness suddenly appears in the middle of the wide.
Oh,
Might have been a bit obvious.
enjoy prison.
I'll walk in.
Couple
see
of people.
What's going in?
Okay, you walk in, and as you do so, you hear Thog's voice. What the bloody hell's going on? As you walk in, Thog is reclined on the table. He's sat up now, in fact. He's naked. His tattoos don't stop where his clothes started. He is tattooed everywhere. The half-elf is stood up next to the table, also naked. The half elf also has several tattoos on him. And they look suddenly panicked. Where have you gone? Where have you gone, Thog? What's happening? Why have the lights gone out? What's happening?
Okay, so
Some mischief.
I'll cast the cantrip thaumaturgy. Is that how you pronounce it? So I can basically boom my voice loud.
Right.
Why is this a bad idea?
This is going out of hand, boys. Fucking that. Please.
Okay, all right. Maybe not the best idea then. Am I just gonna incur the
not
wrath?
piss this paladin off. That's how it is.
Very, he loves his revengy.
It's mate, oath of revenge. I'm all about the revenge.
Role play.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast the thaumaturgy. I'm gonna
Okay.
to the elf. Begone.
What would you do if someone stole the chip off your plate?
It's one thing a chip, another thing to be racist.
Okay. How are you doing it? You booming it out, or are you doing it as an ominous whisper, or?
Yeah, an ominous whisper. Yeah, I don't. I've already made it to.
Okay, the half elf starts cowering and feeling his way around in the dark. You can see him; he can't see a thing, and you can see him like, Thog, I'm scared, Thog. What's going on? Don't you worry, my love. I'll sort this out. Who's there? And you can see him feeling around for a weapon. He's like staggering over to a cupboard, banging into it. He picks up a sword.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll now use as an action abjure enemy, which creates fear in anybody within 60 foot of me.
Right. Your enemy.
Fucking Freddy Krueger.
I'm gonna scare the racist out of this bastard.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna hurt him. Just gonna try and.
Has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Doesn't he do that again? Oh no, is that against charisma?
It's against 8 plus your charisma bonus plus your proficiency, so it's 8 plus 4 plus 3.
Yeah.
So
Be gone, racism.
that's what, 12. That's against 15.
Oh, do I need to roll it?
No, I roll it.
That's what I thought.
Who's that? Leave me alone! He starts cowering in the corner. He drops the weapon.
Respect every race, every life. It's worthwhile.
At this point, Chris, can you make a perception roll, please?
I'm gone.
I've lost my
Rich is gone.
This is brilliant.
I can't find my character again.
Brilliant.
Click on your portrait.
Under skills.
Portrait. There we go. Okay. Sorry, perception.
Yeah. This is why I love D&D, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, you hear, coming from outside the tent, lots of shouting now. And you can hear a voice saying, "Back off, everybody! Back off! We'll handle this!"
Okay, right. So I'm gonna get out of here.
Leave me alone! And the half-elf is there like,
I'm
"Where
gonna-
are you, Thog? Where are you? I'm scared!"
I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna go the opposite way from where the noises are, obviously, to try and.
Well, the noises are outside the tent. Are you going to try and see if there's a back entrance to the tent?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, there isn't.
Right. Thermaturgy. That gives me.
Oi! Who's in there? This is the watch! Come out now!
Where's my thermaturgy? That's where you can make lots of noises and spread things around, isn't it?
Hi ho. It's off to weekend.
Right, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to cast Thermaturgy again, right, out from the outside of the tent. You can do it 3 times, can't you, within one action? Oh, sorry, 3 times within a 1 minute of action effect.
Hold on.
So I'm gonna shout fire, and then try and cause all the flames around where that is to like double in size to try.
Okay, you can only cast the flames 30 feet away, and you'll have to leave the tent to see where you're casting it.
Oh, you've actually got to be able to see it, have you? All right, well, I'll just have to sneak out. I'll just have to sneak out from under the tent. I mean, that's the whole thing about tents, isn't it? There's just
Okay, so a 15-foot cube of darkness sneaks out the back of the tent. So how you're going to cut your way out the back or something?
yeah, basically.
Okay, you pull a dagger out, sliced cut down the back of the tent, and force your way out. It's moving! It's moving!
I knew I should have cast it onto a coin and left it.
As you come out, you can now see some people running around the sides of the tent and watching this sort of cube of darkness moving.
Okay, right. So what I'll do is I'll look to a point where I can
Go and get
run
the
roll.
priests! Go and get the priests! Go to the Hall of Wonders!
I'll do the cantrip now and do the booming fire, and then try and raise all of the fire so it illuminates up. And at the same time as it all illuminates up, I'll try and jump and disengage my darkness. So I jump and roll so it doesn't look like obviously it's me, but I'm between tents. I'll only kind of disengage the darkness because it's a 15 meter radius. It's quite large.
Okay, make a deception roll.
Chris's paladin just wants to see the world burn.
I know. I've got an overbearing zeal of what's right.
Ball of hate.
Okay.
Look, the guy put your nose out of joint, and you're like,
As you scream fire,
Fucking racist.
you dodge between two tents. People are watching this black shadow move. It's obvious where you're going, but as you dispel it, you roll in between another gap between the tents, stand up and dust yourself off. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? And two of the watch come running around the corner of the tent and almost bowl into you. Did you see it? Where's it gone?
Over there. That way.
And they go running off in the direction you point. You can have a point of inspiration for that, Trey. So that means that in the future you can choose any one attack or save, and you can roll it with advantage.
Okay, cool, brilliant. So do I do it? Is that what that INSP button is? Do I press that now?
I've done it. No, you don't. You just tell me when you want to use it.
There's an inspiration tick on the front of your character sheet, isn't there?
And also
on
your portrait in the top left, there's a star.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh no, it's wicked.
Ain't got no time for no racists.
Wow. Okay, so you make your way back to the tavern. You guys are still sat at your table just chatting when Dre comes back in.
A round for my friends. 2 for me.
Where have you been?
Just
A successful journey? Great.
I'd like to think so.
Good. Join us for a drink.
Okay, you enjoy the rest of the evening. Does anybody else want to do anything in particular?
Oh, just really trying to restrain myself.
Okay.
What? Why?
Well, it's a bit dead
Alright.
in here, isn't it? Could
Don't!
do with a song. Oh, sorry, mate.
Okay. The evening passes. Your leg tapping up and down, your fingers drumming on the table nervously. Ignatius, as you try and control your
Ignatius, are you nervous?
behaviour.
I am resisting the temptation to entertain.
I want to catch up on
nervous? You have?
any gossip around there, or any regular drinkers around here. Could approach.
You get up more, but
Hold
I've not even come prepared. And pulled
Yeah,
the
you can
police
go
on
and
your
talk to some
sleeve.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they use date raping now.
I've not even come prepared.
I'll just ask what are the roads like to the north between here and Waterdeep.
Okay, so from what you gather, the roads near the cities are quite well maintained. Most people know that not too far, a few days' travel north of the city, they enter an area called the Fields of the Dead, where a great battle was once fought. Then wanders up through hills and woods. There's various tales you hear about the road ahead. Dragonspear Castle is mentioned more than once. A haunted ruin on the road. You hear the town of Daggerford mentioned. But you don't pick up any recent news that's of any concern.
Right. Okay. Cool. Cheers. Thanks. I'll just drop the hint that we're looking to hire me and my friends here earn some coin, looking to hire out as caravan guards.
And an entertainer.
Okay.
Yeah, just let the word spread. So backing
Right.
up a story if we have to.
Okay.
Right.
All right. You have a couple of drinks, and then you make your way back up to the rooms that have been assigned for you. They're nicely furnished, simple but well appointed. Mered, just as you're about to bunk down for the evening, there's a knock at your door.
Make sure I've got my dagger on me.
Mary's got
walk
lucky.
Walk up to the door and yeah, who's there?
You open the door, and the halfling girl Reese is standing there with a candle on a saucer. Excuse me, sir. Pardon my interruption.
Yeah?
A chap just came into the common room downstairs and asked me to fetch you. Something about coin and an easy job or something. And she plays with her curly red hair nervously.
I'll just give her a nod. Right, thanks.
Jailbait, mate.
And I'll go. Thanks. In the common room, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll be down shortly. I'll wait
Very
for
well.
her to go.
Mhm.
And I'll just walk up to, just tap on give Ignatius's door a knock.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oi,
Yes.
you're awake then?
Yes?
Seems I made a bit of a contact downstairs.
Open
just
the
to let
door.
you know.
Ah, yes. I'll come down.
Yeah. No, he asked for me, just for me, but
Ah, right.
if you could just keep an eye, and if I leave with this gent, just keep an eye out on things. Just let
I'll
me know.
watch your back.
Right.
Of
Thank
course.
you very much. Right, I go downstairs. Make my way down to the
You go
common room.
downstairs.
No,
There's
do
still a
that.
few people in the common room.
We can all communicate with each other through the harp
Yeah.
pins.
Yeah.
Of course.
You won't be able to hear.
You can alert us all to this.
You won't be able to hear what people are saying to Mered.
No,
But
no,
if
but
Mered
yeah,
holds his
Mer-
pin,
Merrick
you can
could
hear what
call
he's
any
saying.
of us.
Ah.
So,
Brilliant.
so Merid, you don't have to just.
Who's? Oh yeah. Oh.
You head down to the common room. There's a few people still in there. As you do so, Reese catches your eye and nods to a table in the corner. You can see sitting there a figure with a hood drawn over his face and a large mud-stained travelling cloak.
Okay. What? Can I tell what race? It's all about the race now.
You can't tell. He is humanoid. He's about 5.5, 6 feet tall.
On his own, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Right, I'll walk over. Pull a chair out. And
Thank
evening,
you,
friend. What can I do for you?
Thank you for coming downstairs, Mr. Tuck.
Do I know you?
You don't know me. I know you. He puts his hand across the table, raises it slightly, and underneath you see a pin with the symbol of a harp hanging between
Nice.
the horns of a crescent moon. And he covers it up again. Mutual friend sent word out that you would be arriving in the city and we were to offer any aid. As it happens, I'm hoping you can aid us. Are your friends here as well?
I can call them down now if you want to, or
It would
We can have a
save me
chat.
repeating myself.
all right. I'll just I'll bring my brooch up surreptitiously to my mouth. And go,
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
10-4,
Can you look
10-4.
Breaker, breaker.
You should make your way down to the common room, Sharpish. It's our mutual friends getting in contact with us.
Contact
Understood. On our way.
coming.
Okay. The hooded figure still hasn't revealed his face. Just leans back and crosses his arm and looks around, just waiting.
It should be. Sorry, this pipe's a bit strong. It should be here in a second.
Okay, you guys come downstairs. You see
Yeah,
Meret
yeah,
sitting in the
yeah.
corner
Yeah.
opposite this strange figure.
And keep our drinks, please.
One of the servers brings a tray of drinks over to the table. The
5 pints.
stranger leans back and doesn't say anything until she's gone. Then he leans forwards. Thank you for seeing me. I am also a watcher. I hope that makes sense to you.
Of course it does.
Of course.
That's our standard too.
Word came out from the monk to keep an eye out for you and offer any aid. As it turns out, I would like your aid, if possible. I have a mission that needs addressing quickly, as in immediately, and I think you're in a unique position to help me.
Explain away.
We captured a merchant earlier today who was going to illegally purchase the egg of a red dragon in the city.
Oh.
Sounds
The
like this
sale-
may be linked.
Is still on. I would like you to go to the meet in the merchant's stead, pose as him, make the transaction, and bring the egg back to me. And if you can, place this on the cellar. He slides his hand across again, and when he withdraws it, there's a tiny little black. It's another pin, but it's a tiny little black one, about the size of a drawing pin, just left on the table.
Right, I'll take that and slip that in my pocket. Right. Where's this merchant to be found?
I can show you, but I'm known to the cellar, which is why I need your help. I can also give you this. He slides a small bag across the table.
Lovely.
Don't get excited; they're fake.
What? I'll heft the bag up. What does it feel like?
It feels like a bag of gems of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
What time is the deal?
It's about midnight now. The deal is in an hour, which is why he's come to you, urgently.
Jesus.
Okay. Right, where do we find the buyer then?
I can take you to where the meet is due to take place, but I can't approach. My face is known in these areas.
Well, if you'll be recognised, then you need to stay back.
Yeah, give us a description of this buyer who's going to purchase the egg, and we'll sort it out.
I don't know who it is,
Oh,
but they will know me. At some point during the exchange, see if you can get that pin onto the buyer. That'll allow us to scry on them, learn more about their operation. The merchant told us that no real names are being used, so you just refer to each other as the buyer and the seller. Once the transaction's
Understood.
complete, don't put up a fight. Feel free to hand over that bag of diamonds. As I said, they're not real. Bring the egg back to me. I'll meet you in the stables behind this tavern.
Ragnar, maybe you should sit this one out.
Yeah, under no circumstances should you fight the seller or harm the egg. The point
Ragnar.
is, we want to take the egg out of their hands and we want to be able to track them.
What if we need to take the egg by force?
If you have to,
Let
you
this-
have to.
Let this bag do the talking, Ragnar.
Yeah. I'm
I
all
don't
for
expect you to do this at such short notice for nothing.
that.
I'll
What
be
if
able
they
to pay
realise-
you a sum.
What if they realise the gems are fake? Then it all goes fucking
Yeah,
south.
yeah,
Then
no,
what are you gonna?
you've got to come. Yeah,
I'll give him a word. I'll give him a word.
Team.
I'll chill. It'll be fine.
We don't.
Chilling in your hammock.
We don't have any other option. This is
I
happening
take your word.
soon. This is all we have.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's do this for the reward and.
Are you ready to leave now?
Harper's out.
Indeed.
I am.
Well, you said it needs immediate, so immediate is immediate.
Yes.
So let's go.
We haven't got any pies.
Gather up my staff.
Okay.
Yeah, can we collect our weapons?
Yeah, you collect your weapons on the way out from the old gentleman at the
Which
entrance.
I'm sure they log.
And then he leads you north out of the city, and then on another 20-minute walk until the immediate dwellings outside the city recede into the darkness. It's the early hours of the morning now. And up
Right.
ahead, under the shadows of the quarter moon, you can see some farm buildings up ahead. Oops.
I think I've lost one of the maps. I've only got Baldur's Gate map and the hot dog.
They should all be in
On the
your
right-hand
images and
side.
maps tab.
On the right hand side, you should have an images and maps.
Oh yeah. So which is the one I'm missing then? Thing is, I've got shitloads in here.
Yeah.
So I've got all the abilities in alphabetically.
What do you mean? What are you trying to do, Chris?
I'm trying to see the same maps.
Hot DQ BG Upper City map.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm missing.
Right.
Don't need the maps.
It'll be alright. Might get a new map
Um,
anyway.
Space.
Do you reckon I should?
Just upper.
The tiefling's going. Hang on, just a second.
Excuse me.
Put my map down somewhere. I
got
can't
my
find
map.
it.
Come on.
Has anybody seen my map?
There we go. I'm back in. I'm back in the map world.
Got it.
Come on. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
I'm just
At
least a fucking tattoo artist.
let me just set this up for you, gents.
Mm-hmm.
Scare him within an inch of his life.
Nice.
I'm thinking, and maybe I should be the
Okay.
one to do the deal.
He leads you up to what appears to be a simple, open structured barn about 30 feet wide and 80 foot long. Good luck, gents. I'll see you in the stables behind the 3 old kegs when you're done.
We shall see you soon, my friend.
Did I get a look at? Oh, don't matter.
Okay.
Right. Let's get the old shiz in place.
So you're not actually standing in those places on the map. I just dropped you on the map. You can
Yeah,
put
yeah.
yourselves where you want to be.
I want to, clockwise, take a walk round the barn,
Okay.
looking out for any signs of.
Yeah, so the barn, from what you can tell from the height of the barn, there's probably a loft in there, though you can't see it from where you are at the moment. It's just a long, it seems to be a normal barn. There's a few farm implements stacked up against it, some burlap sacks, some piles of
Right.
hay.
I'll stand at the back as normal.
Keeping up the rear.
So if you want to place
Right.
yourselves where you're going to be near the entrance, please.
Yeah.
How
Just a
far
minute.
how far are these blocks?
5 feet per square.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So
I'll go at the back
so
wherever
the
these
first
guys
guy's 30, the other guy's
It's
Right,
just a
okay.
simple handover. Remember that, chaps. Just a simple handover.
Still gonna cast shit.
No. All we have to do is give him the money.
Give him the money.
I'll shake him by the hand. Drop this thingy on him, and then we'll be away. All right.
He's gonna
That's
cast
all we want to
darkness
do.
again.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I can't.
Chris,
I can't. That's the whole
Chris,
point. I can only do it once.
Just imagine you're going on a drug deal. You gotta play it cool. You gotta be cool. Just act cool.
Not casting spells in the middle of a handover. They're gonna get a bit fucking spooked.
No, I'm trying to give you.
Okay.
Give everyone an advantage.
As Mered and Ragnar move up to the entrance of the barn, you hear a voice inside. And there's a lantern inside. You can see the dotted lines on the barn are where the loft is at the back, and there's a ladder up to the back there. A sinewy elf in grey clothes smiles at the two humans behind her. I told you they would come. A dragon egg's much too valuable to pass up. She turns back to you. Now, come on, let's do this quickly. Here's what you asked for. She holds out a very large hide backpack. So,
Show us it.
you throw the payment over to me. We'll leave the egg here, and we'll leave the barn, and then you can leave 5 minutes after we've gone. No fuss, no muss. She pauses and looks at you closely. Hold on. Something ain't right here.
I'll get the bag out and start. I go, right, got the payment, but pull the bag open and show the sparklies.
I was told you had a speech impediment.
Who told you that?
I heard the buyer had a speech impediment. Who are you?
I'm the buyer.
Just give it. Put an F on things.
My name is Oh.
You can't keep moving forward, Ragnar.
Okay, make a deception roll, please, Ragnar.
Ragnar can't keep. Can I cast bless?
Can you cast what?
I want to cast bless. Well, before Rich moved, when I moved there, I wanted to cast blessed on.
He's already moved.
He's gone.
Three of us.
Should have done it before.
Well, no, I tried to, but
Yeah, he's gone. He ain't waiting.
all right. Well,
And I'll jangle the gems.
but he's now done two moves.
Is this what you're looking for?
Can you make a deception roll, please, Ragnar?
It's all gonna go tits up.
Yeah,
Which is why I wanted to do bless.
Maybe.
You ain't a seller. This ain't right. Sorry, boys. I think this is off. She starts to back up.
Right? Can I class? I want to cast bless now, if that's all right, on myself. And the
Okay,
others.
what we'll do is we'll roll initiative, not for combat, but just for who can make act first. So if you
Okay.
want to roll initiative.
Because was it in it?
Oh dear, very poor.
Oh, I think I did.
Oh, unlucky boys.
Okay, she's starting to back up. The guards are kind of going before her, and then it's Mered to start.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. Keep the guards busy. I want to slap this down on him and we've got to let him escape, alright. 5, what was that? 5, 10, 15. 20. 25. We need the dragon egg though, 25.
Yep.
30, 35. I'm
We need
dashing.
that dragon egg.
5.
You're going to dash.
Yeah, 4,
Okay, so you run up to her.
5.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Grappler. Grapple, Dave. Ow.
Sneak attack, man. Can you not sneak attack her?
That's not gonna freak her the
Uh,
fuck out.
Yeah, run up to them. I'm going to try and rugby tackle her.
Okay.
Well, Rich can get the top right. I can double Eldridge the other one.
Which she's got to. So we've got to get the egg. She's got to escape. I've
Okay,
got the
make.
got-
Okay, so this halfling suddenly barrels out of the darkness and leaps at her legs.
Oh my god.
Ankle bite.
Can you make a An athletics check, please.
No.
Because you're a
Maybe,
half.
maybe
Oh
I
my
should.
God.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
what's
All right, I've got to
that?
make an acrobatics against that,
Nice.
which is dead.
Plus
Nice.
what?
And an acrobatic.
No, I've got to make the acrobatics.
Oh right, okay for you. 'Cause that
On
was
a
shit.
4.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to grab on. She is now grappled. Look, take it. She throws the egg behind you onto the
Okay.
floor.
But towards the dwarf.
Because I had the pin.
Neil,
Was Ragnar.
Neil, before. Oh, sorry, go on. Oh, my initiative is way low. I'll
Yeah.
shut up.
I've still got I had the black thing in my hand and I was slapping it on her and I was grappling her.
Way low.
Okay, make a sleight of hand.
Don't fail.
Can do that as a bonus. Okay. Ragnar, what are you doing? This halfling has leapt out of the darkness, grappled onto her legs. She's struggling, trying to get away. She throws the bag over the halfling's head.
I'm letting her go. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
keep.
Give us the money! Give us the money! She's panicking.
I'm gonna grab the bag now.
Okay.
Give her the money.
Inspect
got
it,
it.
mate. Inspect
got
it.
it.
Have a look in
Got
it.
it.
Yeah, but have a look inside. It could
Who's
just
got
be
the coins?
same
It was
bullshit.
Ragnar, wasn't it?
No, it was Merrin.
I did palm them.
Okay. You pick the bag up, you look inside, there is a large, heavy, egg-shaped object in there. You can't see in this dim light exactly what it is, but it could be an egg.
Well, I'm just gonna say, okay, it's an egg. With my bonus action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Let go.
6, 7.
Lovely.
Hold on, you can't make a bonus as a dash, can you?
Oh, I'll
You're
just
not a
pick
rogue.
it. I'll just
You
pick it
can,
up
you
here.
can,
No.
you can, yeah, you can.
You know what, mate? I'm just gonna pick it up, right? And I'm just gonna stand there looking hard.
You can run, but you can only run up to you ran 5 feet to pick it up. So you got another 20 feet you can move.
I'll just-
Move out the way a little bit.
Nah,
so
I'm just gonna stand there looking hard
I'll go
Yeah.
around the corner.
Okay. Okay.
to try and make them run rather than slay them.
Give us the money! Give us the money! Says one of the guards.
Right, give them the money, man. Let's go.
All right.
Straight
I've
after
got
it.
the money. I've got the money. If we're still kind of going in initiative order.
I don't know. Let's go with it,
If you want to, it depends.
Because I wanted to cast a spell originally, but
You can now you can act. The other guards are backing up slightly. You
I was
notice
looking
as you
for
run
engagement.
past Mered, there's another guard there as well.
Okay,
They're backing off. Give us
I'll
the
try and
money.
Stand up. Okay, I'll stand up. All right. Calm it down. This has gone a bit pear-shaped. We could still get. Everybody could still get what they wanted. I'll hold my hand out with the coins. All right.
all right.
And I'll
Okay.
I'll throw them behind her, down on the ground. Kind of like there-ish.
Okay.
That's what I
Is
want.
it okay?
She's struggling. No, Chris, if you want to do something, you can do something now.
Why not? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I'll do the old fear thing. I'll do the abjure enemy on like guard 2 and just fear him out, which might help with.
Yeah, you've used that today.
Oh,
You didn't tick it off. You have to tick it off when you use it.
See, where's all that retribution got you?
How do I do that?
No,
There's a little
when
circle
you
next to
need
it.
them
You
in
need to
combat.
click
Lots of
that.
places, man. But it's not a spell, is it? That's
Doesn't
the
matter.
problem.
It's your channel divinity. You use it once a day.
I know. How do I?
There's a little next to where it says abjure enemy. There's a little circle. Just click that.
Oh yeah, got it. All right,
Yeah.
sorry, mate. Didn't I do? I did darkness as well.
Darkness is
Yeah.
a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a
yeah.
tiefling party. There you go.
No, it's a
Yeah, you've
tiefling
done
thing.
that as well.
It's
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
It's once a day as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've said my piece.
Right. So you're still trying to do peace.
I've chucked the money down behind her, so they have to
Mhm.
turn around and get it, and then we can.
Right, I'm just giving
hopefully
Chris and Mark an opportunity to do something if they want.
I'm right at the end, so yeah. I'll wait till after Chris has gone.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. As an action, I'll bless myself, Ragnar, and Mered. spell.
Okay, can you target them and then cast the effect on them?
Is that shift?
Control.
We've got the egg, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got
And
it.
we've given them the
Richard's
money,
got the
haven't
Yeah, like it's going to end there.
we? It might
Well, if
be.
it doesn't, then we'll take it from there. Just let's woosah it a little bit.
You know, I'm just giving you guys a little bit more. Sir. There we go. Cool.
Okay.
Lovely.
So yeah, you feel energy surge through you
Oh,
as Drake. What's an incantation? Ignatius, are you doing anything?
Okay, so is Merritt in any trouble?
Are you still grappling the elf?
no, I'd let. What I
No,
want
he
was
doesn't appear to
let
be.
it go and
From what you can tell.
Okay, so I'm just going to move forward, but not block the entrance so everyone can get out. Just keep an eye on the situation. That's all.
Okay.
And you're going to have to excuse me because I'm desperate for a piss.
Yeah,
Back in
me
just a
too.
sec.
That's exactly what I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going.
Back in just a sec.
Okay. I'll wait for the. Well, no, we'll carry on. Okay, so they start backing off towards the back of the barn, and they disappear somewhere at the back of the barn.
Were we supposed to follow them?
no, I put the tracer on her
Oh, nice.
with my sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
chaps.
Mission accomplished.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Dun, dun,
Hold on, I'm
dun,
just missing
dun,
something.
dun, dun, dun.
Make sure we're not followed. All right, we ain't going back to the inn until we shook off anything and everything that's following us.
Or killed it.
Well, that is an option.
Just wait for the others to get back.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm having difficulty finding something at the moment.
What, that dragon icon?
God, if only we had a darkness spell that we could just cast behind us and they wouldn't be able to see us. Oh, God.
I can't see in the dark.
Well, no, you don't have to. That's the point. You just put you cast the darkness behind you. So anybody following you can't see where you are.
Very.
But does the darkness still follow you?
Well, no, you can cast it on a stone or a coin or anything, and then basically just kind of attach it to a donkey or
Stick it in your
put
pocket.
it into.
Hide it.
No, if you put it in a pocket, it disappears.
You're gonna cast darkness on a donkey.
I'm back.
Okay, as so you see the elf and her guards disappear into the darkness at the back of the barn and then disappear. Rich, you seem to have a large backpack, which what appears to be a large, heavy, egg-shaped object in it.
I shall examine
Let's
it.
go.
Having seen dragon eggs before, I've. There.
Okay, you can you
I-
make a nature roll, please?
What is it?
Right, Batman. Let me have a look at it.
Neil, would I have any way of knowing if it's real or not?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
This is an incredible specimen.
Okay,
I know its
so
name. I know its parents.
it is a large, leathery skinned egg, and from what you can tell, from what you know of the tales in the mountains near where you were raised, it does appear to be a red dragon egg. But when you look at it closer, it's obviously a fake. The texture isn't right, the colour's slightly off, the weight is incorrect.
Ah,
Let's get out. Let's go out the back. Let's chase those fudges down.
I'll throw it at the wall. Ah.
No,
Okay,
you need to
as you
take it
throw it at
back.
the wall and it hits the wall, there is a blinding flash of light after the impact, and you are all blinded. As that happens,
Oh Lord!
you hear a strange and intimidating chuckle, which I've just lost. You're going to have to bear with me a second, sorry.
Is it Jimmy Cranky?
It's definitely not Jimmy Cranky. There we go. We'll stop deleting that.
Yeah, we should have got those fuckers.
How interesting. 4 strange people meeting in a barn like this. The toll for passage out of this barn is that egg. I'm sure you'll hand it over peacefully so I don't have to take your lives instead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Can
Yep.
anyone hear me?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
sorry.
hear you.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
missed all of
Neil went robo then.
Did you hear what he said?
No,
No.
missed
Okay.
all of that.
So there's this horrible chuckle, and a voice says, lucky night, boys. Now, the toll for passage out of that barn is the egg you've just bought. I'm sure you'll hand it over peacefully, so we don't have to take your lives instead. But you are all blinded from the brilliant white flash when the bag impacted the wall.
I've got magical sight, so I should be able to see through that, shouldn't
You can see through darkness. Can you see
I?
through
No,
blindness?
it's all, yeah, I think it's all magical light. Devil sight. I
Yeah,
can
let
see
me
through.
check.
Yeah. You demand.
It helps if I stop looking at Ignatius every time I try and look at Dre's abilities.
Yes, it's all too bluey, isn't it? Too light.
Yeah,
blue.
you can see normally in darkness. This isn't darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a magical. It's a magical blind, isn't it?
No, you can see normally in darkness whether it is magical darkness or normal darkness.
Okay, all right.
This isn't darkness.
Okay, so I think I can
Hand
still do.
over the egg.
Pretty sure.
5,
Hang on a minute,
4.
we've got to try and find it.
Rubbing her eyes.
3.
Fucking see, mate.
We'll be
2.
right, yeah.
Right, let's move
Got
out of
it.
the way.
Okay,
Move out of the way.
boys, in you go. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Chucks it at the wall.
It was a trap. It was trapped so that if
It's
you
totally
broke it blinded. Oh my god.
Ah, Captain Anger over there. As
Yeah, but
usual.
it saved it going off in our hands.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
we'd already discerned it wasn't real.
That was fun.
Fucking chuck it at the wall.
Like you say,
If you'd just held on to it, it wouldn't have gone off.
Fuck
Right? Okay, Ignatius, you're first up.
Okay, so I'm going to take a step back over here.
Yeah.
Would I be able to remember my very close surroundings, just 4 or 5 foot?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
you're
gonna...
normally allowed to
Why
know.
is
Okay,
it
yeah, you
moving
can
me?
step
Why
back.
Is it... Oh, there we go. Thank you.
I have to approve the moves.
Ah, right. Okay. And then I am gonna. Where's my fucking carrot sheet gone? Anyway, let's just do that. There we go. It's back.
Can you make us better?
I am gonna cast.
Why am I still blind?
Let me just, yeah.
Mate, we're all blind.
Let me just check how long it's for.
It's only one round. One.
It's not the normal spell blindness.
I was going to say
It was a trap on the egg.
about if I've got a save or not.
Well, I can try. I can debuff them. I can just keep debuffing them so they like
Right.
neg.
Uh,
I can put fear on them.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna cast a cloud of daggers right in front of me, covering the entrance.
Okay.
A cube 5 foot on each side, centered on a point I choose. Any creature who tries to pass it takes 4d4 damage.
Nice.
Okay. It's
I'm going to
a
cast it in the entrance.
5 foot cube. Okay.
Do it just outside.
So
We
I'm
got
going
to.
to I'm going to
we
cast
walk
it
into
just outside. Okay,
Just there, outside or in the entrance?
there. That's it. That's it. A bit further out. Yep.
We walk outside. Come on, then.
Nobody. Okay, so as I do that, I reach into my pouch and get out a slither of glass and smash it against my staff and cast the spell. And I shout, "No one leave! I've covered the entrance."
Okay, you can all hear him clearly through your harper pins. Okay.
What's that? You're really thirsty?
As you say
Who won
that,
the Super Bowl?
Ha!
All right, so I've blessed everybody.
you
so
hear
we're all
something thud
blessed.
into the ground near you, Rich.
Shit.
And then you feel a sharp pain as something strikes you in the leg.
Oh, hang on, it's not 4d4 damage because I'm 5th level, so it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's an extra 2d4 each level above 2nd.
That's what? No, that's the level you cast it at, I think, isn't it? Let me
Yeah.
just double check.
They beat
Oh,
my
yeah.
19
Yeah, it
initiative.
is.
So you're
Yeah,
casting it as a 2nd level spell, I guess.
No,
You can cast it as a 3rd level spell, actually, because you've got 3rd level spell slots if you want.
No, I'll cast it
Yeah,
at
you
the
don't have
2nd.
to. Yeah.
I'll save my 3rd
Yeah.
levels.
Okay.
They beat my initiative.
No. Yeah. They did beat your initiative.
I got 19.
Yeah, they got 20.
Fuck.
Yeah, I got 19. So.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the bandits runs forwards, runs through the cloud, and is suddenly covered in cuts, and he screams in agony.
Yes.
Do you want to roll spell damage, please, Mark?
Yeah, but I cast it at 2nd level, so it's
Yeah.
not going to be 4d4, it's going to be 6d4.
No, because it's a 2nd level spell, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, 4d4, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right, mate.
So roll 4d4.
Hang on, let me select him. Which one is it?
Bandit Captain 3.
I've got
the
so
one that's
many
coming through the
fucking
door,
maps
mate.
open. Hang on.
It's pretty hard to match.
There we go. So
Oh, mate.
now I'll do the damage. Now
Jesus,
I've got
that's
him selected.
ridiculous. Yeah, because I got 19, and you got 19 as well, Rich.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
I don't know, like,
22.
You can't get any further than that.
Use your reroll, mate.
Oh, there's something, some enchantment!
Can I use my font of magic to re-roll the 3 ones?
Got 3. Jeez, how many ones?
Would that make that much of a difference on a small
Mate,
house?
we'll sort them out.
This is what are you? Hold on. It's
part of the-
empower
Mark,
spell.
no,
is it?
save it for something else, mate.
It's up to
I'm
Mark.
doing
It's
it
his
if I'm
character.
allowed.
Because we'll all storm in.
I'm doing it allowed. If I'm allowed, I'm doing it.
Yes, you can do that if you want.
No.
I've never seen so many ones.
Wow!
That's like
You have to
7
second roll.
1.
Wow!
Okay, so 6. That's same.
He can't go any further forwards than that.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. That's so funny. Oh my god.
You hear heavy footsteps.
I've ticked it off my sorcery point, by the way.
Yeah. Ragnar.
God.
How many ones?
So I'm
All
blind.
the ones.
You're blind. Yeah,
Does that give me disadvantage on attack rolls?
it does.
Oh,
Yes.
And
but-
it gives people advantage to hit you as well.
Yeah, but I've also blessed you as well.
I can't move. I can't move.
I blessed you, which gives you plus
1d4,
1
yeah.
4.
You can't move
Okay.
because I've locked the tokens. I have to approve your move, so I'll get a
Okay,
little
I'm
arrow
gonna
appear when you move.
I'll move to here.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Engage.
Okay. Yeah, you can target him. You hear from the shouting where he is.
Okay, I'm going to rage with my.
Rage is your bonus.
Let me just see how long the Cloud of Daggers lasts. Up to 1 minute only, Neil. So
Hopefully
It's
this
the
will be
whole
over
battle.
before 10 rounds have gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good. It's good. It's like a portcullis, isn't it? Really,
Oh, what's this?
machine gun portcullis.
Because Chris blessed you, you got a bonus to hit.
Oh, okay.
But you have
Can I hear
disadvantage,
you, man?
which is why it rolled 2 dice to hit, and it rolled a d4 to add to it. So you still hit him, even with disadvantage.
Oh, cool. Nice. Good
Thinking-
job on the old bless, Chris.
Thinking of
I
you,
take
man.
it back.
Always thinking of you. There's no I in team, but there is a me.
14 damage. And my second attack.
Okay, you feel your axe bite into him. Yeah, that
Fucking
hits.
hell.
Oh my god. Wow.
Even with you rolled an 18 with disadvantage. Wow.
Ah!
You,
Okay.
you chop through the building.
Wow. Okay, you charge forward. Your
He's got the spiked armor attack to go, yeah.
okay, just slow down.
There you go.
Stop killing.
Ah!
You can't do the spiked armor attack because you've already used your bonus action this turn, raging.
Okay.
10 back on.
Roll max damage.
Oh, it was 10, wasn't it? Not 4.
He's already like minus 50. I don't think it's not an issue.
There we go. So you run forwards, blinded, not able to see, just a whirl of axe blades around your head as you charge towards the noise and the screams coming from the doorway. You feel your axes biting in. Luckily, from the sounds of the screams, you realise it's not your friends that you're hacking into. Okay,
Yes.
Dre.
Blessed and joyed.
Okay,
Oh, is the guy
you
still
feel
alive?
something rush past you. There's screams and chaos going on.
Right. So I'm gonna, I guess,
Brilliant.
go down here.
Bloody brilliant. Oh, that's three ones. That's awesome.
You're gonna go there.
I was mocking
yeah.
Chris for casting bless, and look, it's turned out to it's like
Right,
worked.
you're
That is
currently
just
targeting
so
Ragnar,
cool.
Dre, and Mered.
All about that. Right. So what I'm gonna do is the thunderous smite.
Okay, can you
On target.
untarget yourself, Ragnar, and Mered?
Yes. Sorry.
Otherwise, you'll be doing it to them.
Turn round and attack us all. Look.
All of you, thunderous.
You're still targeting yourself.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
It's a bit of self-love.
What you're doing? Thunderous Smite.
Thunderous smite.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I
Yeah.
just-
So, melee weapon during the spell's duration. Your weapon rings.
Or right. Shall I kill this guy, or shall we do? Maybe it's wiser to
Come
actually.
on. 6 seconds. You haven't got time to talk through all your strategies with everyone.
Have you got the timer going down on the?
Not yet, but it will happen soon.
Yeah, I heard about the Dave timer.
Chris's worst nightmare. The egg timer.
No, I'm gonna
Okay,
do
so you
divine
have to
smite.
hit it. You have to
Divine-
hit
yeah.
it with a melee weapon. So you need to roll an attack to hit. Now,
Actually, I think divine smite's better, isn't it?
well, you've done thunder thingy already.
Yes.
So
Okay.
can tick off the spell.
What? Oh, historically, or?
You've already done it. I can see the effect. You've already applied it to yourself.
Okay. All right.
So tick off the spell. And now you need to make a melee attack for it to trigger.
Brilliant.
Cast.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Now roll your melee damage. It should add the thunder damage as well.
Where's the damage? Is that the attack thing? It's not. It's not
Next to the
there.
long sword, it says 1d8 plus 4 slashing. You double click
Okay,
that.
sorry.
No, that you try to hit him again. Roll
Oh,
the
right.
damage. Where it says 1d8 plus 4.
Sorry.
There we go. Okay. Okay, as you hit him, you feel the force of the energy explode out the end of your sword. There's a huge thunderous noise. Bang! He goes flying back 10 feet and is prone, knocked prone onto the ground. He's looking pretty rough. He's panting. There's blood coming from his room. He's shaking his head. His ears are ringing.
Right, so can I use bonus action now then?
No, you cast your Divine Smite as a bonus action. Or whatever it was. Not Divine Smite. What did you do? Your Thunderous
That's an
Smite.
action melee. No, that's an
Thunderous
action
Smite
melee.
is one bonus action. Casting time.
really?
One bonus action. Yeah.
Oh right. So on my thing, I've got it down as an action melee thing, an action.
Thunderous
Spell.
Smite. No. You're
No,
not
divine smite.
Yeah, but you did Thunderous Smite, not Divine
Oh,
Smite.
right. Okay, so I've got an action then.
No, your action was the weapon attack that triggered your Divine Smite.
No, it's the divine.
No, you haven't got an attack, Chris.
Okay.
You cast
Alright.
Divine Smite. What that does is it triggers when you make a weapon attack. You then made your
Okay,
weapon
so-
attack,
Alright, cool. Sorry, mate.
which triggered it. Okay?
Cool.
Okay. Do you want to move again, or...?
Yeah, I think I'll move back a little bit.
Okay.
Is there a hail bale here or not?
Well, you stumble into one as you stumble backwards.
I'd
I'm
rather.
going to rub my eyes because I think I might be still blind because I've just seen a paladin back away from frontal combat.
Ooh.
I'm gonna move on.
Insults
Wow.
of armor.
I'm just going to keep rubbing my eyes because I'm pretty sure it's that grenade that's making it.
Mered, are you moving
I'm
that 10
just
feet?
fighting
Yeah?
on my own.
Moving forward
When you
10.
fight on your own, you gotta come back and come in.
Right. I'll just
What?
I'm
under
not
my
doing
breath, just mutter. Let's see how you like some of this.
Hold on,
turn
what are you
back on
doing? Before you do
yourselves
it, tell me what you're doing.
then. And I will cast Bane on those three. Make the gestures. Prick my finger.
Okay, okay, you can't see Bandit 4 from where you are. He's in cover. You can move. You can move forwards so you can see him.
Yeah. Oh, move another 5 down there.
Okay.
Oh no, I could.
You can see Captain 5 and 3 now.
Yeah. That's true. I want to get to. Oh. I can't do the ranges anymore. How much is that? That's 25. Oh. If I stand there, can I see 5, 3, and the thug?
Yeah, but
Well,
the thug's out of range, I think.
Yeah, you can't. Because
Mered is running back and forth, blindly feeling it out in front of him.
Yeah, yeah. I'll cast it on them 3 then.
What's going on?
I can see those 3.
You can't see Bandit Captain 4. You can see the thug, but he's out of range, isn't he?
No, he's 30.
30, oh, okay.
Yeah, 30,
Yeah,
15,
yeah.
and 20. 3, 5, and
Yeah, fair, good, yeah, you can do that.
ba-doop, ba-doop. And I will send me things. See how you like it. Some of this turn back on yourselves. Failure, failure, failure. Ha ha ha!
Oh,
Okay, you're casting Bane at them, aren't you?
Yeah. And so I'll drag him on to Mr. Prone guy and Mr. 5 guy and where's the thugs at the bottom, innit? Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, that's
Okay.
me.
Again, dark smoke shoots out of your hands and wraps itself in tendrils around them and then dissipates into them. What's going on?
does when you know the Bane spell I cast, does it automatically apply that D4 roll to everyone's
No.
attack roll?
Yeah, it has been.
It did, yes, sorry. Yeah.
Perfect. No. So it's
It
just,
did.
I wasn't. paying
If you have the
attention.
combat tracker open, you can see the effects on everyone.
I can see. Yeah, no, I do. Cool.
Okay.
That's my go.
Yeah.
Because I probably missed.
Ah,
one
let
attack
the
now.
bug
The
get-
thug.
You're pretty sunburnt, honey.
You should have handed over the egg.
Yeah, we should have.
What, the false
Okay.
egg?
He lifts up a crossbow,
I'll hand you something false.
fires it. Oh
Oh
my god.
God.
Wow. So he gets a critical, even with the Bane. He rolled. In fact, he had advantage, but he rolled 2 20s.
Oh.
What?
We're rolling ones. He's rolling 20s.
No, well, he can't have advantage because surely he's
He's got
No,
advantage
curse
against you because you're blind. Against Ignatius because Ignatius is blind.
Oh yeah, but I baned them as well, so that,
Yeah,
so
that
that's
doesn't give them disadvantage.
off.
They get a D4 minus D1d4 off their attack roll, but he rolled a
no, I
natural
know.
20, which is a critical hit.
Dodge.
Always hits.
You're right. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
A crossbow bolt comes firing out, slams into you, Ignatius.
Oh dear.
With that, your blindness,
dear.
your sight comes back into your eyes.
Oh dear.
Um,
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
hold on, before you do anything. Let me remove blindness from everybody. And can
We
everyone
also
make a
have
perception check, please?
We all turn around. Is this to spot the paladin hiding at the back?
Well, I was supposed to be perception.
Wow.
Oh no.
It's not going well. Oh my god.
I got a 2. A 2.
Wow.
Who thought you could get lower than a 3?
Wow! Wow! Okay.
Basically,
What is
we're all
going
still
on in this
blind.
fight?
We're all still blind.
I'll just put the blindness back on everybody. Okay, Ignatius, go for it. What are you doing? You're currently targeting
Okay,
Captain
so
5 and 3.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The crossbow bolt hits me, and my internal sorcerer's power just starts to explode. How dare they! And I slam my staff into the ground.
Okay,
At
before you do...
100 foot. Go on.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, before you start hitting rolls and stuff, just tell me what you're doing before you actually go ahead and do it.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, go
Which
on.
is what I was about to do.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Okay, so I slam my staff into the ground, and a huge 100-foot line bolt of lightning just bursts out of me into 3 and 5
Wow.
in a long
Wow.
straight line.
That's gonna be.
Okay.
So that is.
They get a dexterity save, I think, don't they?
100-foot long, 5 feet wide.
Yeah, it'll get those two. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Dexterity saving throw. So I've got.
So if you cast it with them targeted,
Yeah.
they should make a save. Yeah.
Shit.
Bandit 3 succeeds, so he'll take half damage.
Oh, it's not
Lightning
gonna matter.
ejaculation.
I believe it's 8d6 lightning damage.
Just on the ones, surely.
Wow.
Alone.
Hang on a second, and I'm going to use my font of magic to re-roll the 1s and 2s. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Tick off
4.
your
Yeah.
sorcery points and your 3rd level spell, please.
So that's 4. Oh, 3rd level spell. Thank you. There we go. So that's 4d6.
So it should be 6 damage, but now it is. I think it's an extra 7 in this.
So minus 6 plus 13. Is that right? Yes. Which is 33. Oh my god. Right, you killed Bandit 3. Bandit 5. Was he the one who made his save? I really should put my glasses on so I can actually see what's going on. No, he failed. So he takes the full damage, so he takes an extra 7.
On 20.
Okay. There's another blinding flash of light. The second you've seen, arcing energy suddenly shoots out of Ignatius's staff, and a lightning bolt in a flash crackles out of the door in a huge explosion. You hear a scream coming from outside, and a slight ozone smell in the air. Wow. Are you moving at all?
Yeah, I'm going to take a step back. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay, a dagger suddenly appears in the ground near your foot, Ragnar.
Fuckers.
That's not normal. Daggers don't appear out of nowhere.
And dagger flies out of the darkness and catches you in the back, Ignatius.
Little bastards.
Cunning cocks.
You use your bonus action to cancel that incarnation by the door. 'Cause I can't run through
I can cancel it. I can cancel it.
Does it affect friendlies? It doesn't, does it?
Hang on.
Yeah, I think it'll affect anyone.
Any
running through.
creature,
Yeah.
I think it is.
So, Bandit Captain 4 is running in and charging at you, Rich. So
Yeah,
does it
any
take
creature.
4d4 on Captain 4, please, Mark?
Captain 4, let me just undo Captain 5. Captain 4.
Really blessed.
Okay, he shrieks and shouts as he comes through.
Extra 1d4.
But he is swinging a scimitar at Ragnar. Hits. Okay, he swings a scimitar at you. It partially glances off your armour, but it does dig in slightly. It pinches. Number 5 is going to do the same. Can you roll damage against number 5, please?
Of course. Okay, let's deselect number 4. Select number 5.
Okay. Okay, he's bleeding from myriad cuts on his skin as he rushes through the doorway. He runs up to Mered
Uh-oh.
and is going to attack him with a scimitar. Even with the -4, he still hits.
I believe.
You carry on your concentration for the spell, but the scimitar cuts into your shoulder as you're moving backwards and forwards. Ragnar, you're up.
Really? Oh, jeez, when's my go? I've not had a go yet.
After Ragnar.
Combat tracker.
Didn't Ragnar go before?
Look on the combat tracker.
Get your tracker up, it'll tell you when you're up.
Oh, where's this? So I've got the left hand thing. Where's the combat track?
It's the 2 cross swords in the menu on the top right.
Ah, brilliant.
I'm going to drop some reckless attack on this one as well.
Going down to China.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm before Merid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my go,
Ah, Merrick.
Chris.
Merid got attacked. Like,
That's it.
Wow! 30 to hit.
fucking hell.
That's because of that bless. Wow.
See? Costs nothing, does the world.
Okay, now you can have your second attack. Does your reckless attack? I don't think it's a bonus. You just do it, don't you?
I have to apply it, the effect.
Yeah, I
because they
know,
get
but
advantage
it
against
doesn't
me.
use a bonus slot, so you can still use your spiked armor. That's what I was checking.
I've got another attack to do, anyway,
Yeah,
haven't I?
you have.
Attack. Fucking hell.
So it's my second attack.
Oh.
That'll be a critical. Oh, this guy is going to be mincemeat.
Like a lightsaber.
Okay.
And he's getting the armor as well. Just because.
Yeah, hits with the armor.
Another 8 with the armor.
Okay, you slash forwards once with your axe, cut into him, back across again, making a big X pattern across his chest, and then you just barrel into him and catch him with the spikes on your shoulders. He's looking pretty rough. Are you
Still
moving
alive.
at all?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, they're pretty hard.
You're level 5.
You're level 5 characters now. You're going to be coming up against stuff you haven't seen before and some harder stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, worthwhile.
Are you moving at all, Rich?
Don't feel there's a need to be honest.
Okay.
Lock the doorway here.
I mean, I can't really do anything.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
I'll stay where I am.
Dre.
I have my opponent.
Might, as a bonus action, do Valve Enmity on these two guys. If I move forward a little bit. How'd you move forward? To within 10 foot of both of them.
You've already used your channel divinity today, mate.
Oh, of course, it's channeled. Yes.
So you're moving forwards, yeah?
No.
Okay.
Run in and smack him.
I'll just do Eldritch, both of them. One on each.
Okay. You'll have to do them separately then. So target one of them first, and then.
And then also bonus. So is it shift to select it?
Control.
4 and 5.
So you're doing Eldritch Blast, yeah?
Yes, one on each.
Okay. No, so don't target both of them. You have to do it separately.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're two different rolls to hit.
Have I still?
And what else did you say you wanted to do?
Right. Then I was going to try. Might put a shield of faith on Merrick.
I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, you can. Sorry, yeah. I was going to do that myself.
Okay,
I'll
let's deal
mark
with
off.
these things first.
Yeah. That's a bonus action. Cool.
So roll to hit with your spell on Bandit Captain.
That cast one of the attack.
Okay, you click that twice then.
Oh, so
The first one missed.
do you want me to do it again?
Nope. Right, so one target Captain 4 and put it on Captain 5. One target Captain 4, Chris.
Sorry.
Thank you. And then, yeah.
This one.
Attack.
There we go. So the rays shoot out. Both of them, unfortunately, miss. You're still, your eyes are still watering from the blindness earlier.
Right.
Did you want to do your Shield of Faith?
Might have to rethink that now, seeing as I've not actually hit the guy, so I can't use my action. As an attack.
Yeah, you cast your cantrip as your.
Oh, so I can actually just charge in, just thump it.
You can move. You can't hit them with anything.
One move, one action.
Or one
Your
action.
Eldritch Blast
Element.
was your action.
Okay, so it has to be a bonus action.
Yeah.
I can't use the fear. Which is
Hide behind your bale.
Okay, I'm starting the timer now.
It's okay to end your go, Chris.
Okay, I'll cast Shield of Faith upon myself.
On who? Sorry, on yourself.
On myself, yeah.
Okay, so target yourself.
Actually, no, on Merrin.
Okay, target Merit.
Is that it?
No, you're still targeting Bandit Captain 5.
Is that?
No. Control click.
Did that?
Can,
Does it?
there you go. If you click his portrait in the combat tracker.
That's
Yeah, I think we're overlapping or something.
Control click Mered in the combat tracker. Mered's portrait.
how's that?
No. It'll say target Mered. There you go.
Hey.
In the combat tracker when you've got him targeted.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, so Shield of Faith, yeah, you can cast that. So what's going on here?
Drag the, just drag the effect
Oh,
on.
just drag it onto.
Yep, there I can see it. Yeah, AC2.
Okay,
It's on me twice now.
that's alright. I'll take one off.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool,
it does it
thank you, Chris.
automatically. Right, and tick off a spell slot, please.
Yeah. I'll use a warlock.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Did you want to move at all?
No.
Okay. Mered.
Is Bandit Captain number 5 within 5 feet of Dre Hopebane?
Yes.
Yes,
half one of
he
those
is.
blocks.
Yes. Okay. In which case, I'll draw my rapier.
Okay.
Time to get.
Have you put your you've put your sneak attack on, yeah?
I will be doing. Yeah. Cute. Perfect.
Sneak.
Time to get dirty.
Can't love a sneak.
Okay, yeah. Who's distracted by dodging the bolts of energy?
19. Fucking hell.
Okay.
That's my action. Oh no. As a bonus action, what I'm going to do is on target 5. Yep. Oi, heads up, Ignatius, and cast
Heads up.
Shield of Faith onto where is he? Onto Ignatius.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
For about to be
Would
attacked
you-
in the ass.
We're just playing like Shield of Faith.
Appreciated
parcel.
follow talk.
Yeah, don't tell anybody about it though.
Okay. Tick
Get
off
me
the spell
reputation.
slot for that.
Yep, done.
Okay. Right. This thug is muttering it to himself angrily.
Grr. Arr.
Disappears from sight.
Oh, he's casting something.
Oh, he's letting his boys
Uh,
die.
Okay. Ignatius, you're up again.
Okay. What do we got? Let me just double check something on my spells. Can you do me a 15-foot cube now? Just so I can try something out. No, it's just I just want to.
what level skill have you got?
Thank you. Right, I was thinking of moving forward to there. I want it so it doesn't. Can it be positioned so it doesn't affect my colleagues?
You want to move forwards, do you?
I'm just slightly back.
Okay.
But I want to get that 15-foot square so it affects them, but not my fellows.
Yeah.
Can I? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so my plan is to cast Thunderwave,
Okay.
which is, hang on 1 second, it's a level 1 spell, but I'll cast it at 2nd level. So that would be 3d8 damage unless they make a constitution. So, right, who have we got? We got 4 and 5. Let's get them targeted. Got 5 targeted already. There we go.
Oh, hold on. That's gonna. Let me just see if I can move it because I just realised that's Ragnar and you don't want. him to-
Ragnaroks might get hit.
Yeah.
Down a bit. Down a bit.
I'm trying to move it. There we go.
not all the way down
There
there.
you go. Yep.
So Bandit 4 and 5. What happened to Bandit 1 and 2?
Who
the other
knows?
bandit's run around the corner.
But seeing as everyone
He's running around
failed
the
rolled absolutely terrible
Yeah,
on their
exactly.
perception checks.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. They're coming from behind, basically. We're going to get bummed in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so am I okay to cast Thunderwave on them?
You are. Let's see if they save.
Slam my staff down into the ground.
I need to wrap this up in a bit. It's getting late.
They both fail.
So that's 3d 8 damage. It'll only let me do 2 if I click the damage thing.
Hold on, I can adjust that for you. Okay. Whoops, what am I doing?
Oh, will it knock it back into the through the blades?
It knocks them back 10 foot, yeah.
Oh, and we'll get
Yeah.
opportunity attacks as well.
If you haven't used your reactions, yes, you can. So he goes back to there. So Ignatius and Mered can both have an attack of opportunity on Bandit Captain 5.
I'm gonna have to forgo mine. I haven't got anything that I can do really, unless I can smack him with my staff.
Ooh, smack him with your staff.
Yeah, I can smack him with my staff as he's going back. Yeah. So who would that be on? That would be on number 5.
Yep. Hold hit.
Ooh.
Okay, well that does him. And the other one slams into this post here. You can have a go at him as well.
And that was
Bandit
without
Captain
the
4.
bless as well.
What, with the staff or with the cloud of daggers?
With the staff.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Just smash him back into the daggers.
Right, let's.
I told you specifically to take the staff.
Got the right one selected. Oh my god!
Miss, but Ragnar can have an attack of opportunity against him. So if you want, you're already targeting Captain 4, so yeah, you can have one attack against him.
Just
a
one
normal
attack, is it?
yeah.
Well, you get the +4 as well, don't you? As well, surely.
Yeah, it'll apply that automatically.
I'll make it. I'll make it reckless.
Lax-handedly just throwing
I'll
an
make it just
axe
attack level opportunity.
over its shoulder.
I don't know what that's doing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
14
Damage.
+2 +7.
Wow.
Ah, still going.
He is looking pretty rough. Do you want to roll your damage for the daggers?
Oh, daggers get him as well. Nice
Yeah.
one. Didn't realise that. Okay, cool. So I've got the right one selected. Cloud of daggers. Bada boom.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Okay.
4. Look at that.
So you
Not
knock him
combo.
back with your thunder wave. He
4,
flies back
3.
into the daggers. As he does, Ragnar streaks his axe across his chest, and he flies back, and he just gets. He's kind of hanging in the air with these daggers hitting him, and then he slumps to the ground.
Knocked from one thing to the other.
Okay. He is going.
Could I use
to
my... Oh, I didn't use my move action.
target?
Oh, it's not my game.
Does anybody need any health?
It's not
I
your.
can
It's
heal.
not your turn, Rich.
Anybody need any
Hold on.
health? Oh, sorry.
A dagger flies out of the darkness and hits Ragnar.
It's always hitting me.
4, 5,
Partially resisted.
6. Why is he that big? And then he is going to.
Who's hitting me? Is this daggers from the darkness?
Another dagger flies out at Ignatius but misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's Ragnar's go.
Can I see where these daggers are coming from with my dark
Can
vision?
you make a perception check?
Ooh.
You can tell that they're coming from behind you, somewhere in the barn, but that's all.
Alright, I use my 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move to here.
Okay. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for foes, aren't
Okay. You can't see any. Dre.
Right, gonna move over here. How far does this thing go? I'm gonna move here to 20.
Yep.
And I can't. No, that's a bonus action, isn't it?
I? Was it getting a bit lonely behind your hay bale?
I don't know. How are your buffs, man? I think those D4s sorted you out, didn't they?
30 is your max move, isn't it? I think.
I can't scan ahead. There we go.
What are you doing, Dre?
I am going to cast upon myself tremendous smite.
You're gonna cast
So,
what?
well, if I cast tremendous smite upon myself now,
Tremendous smite. What's the most?
as soon as I hit somebody, that's what occurs.
Do you mean thunderous smite?
Thunderous. I do apologise.
I like Tremendous Smite.
Tremendous smite sounds awesome. I was looking.
It's like twice as good as
I was
thunderous.
looking on your character sheet, thinking tremendous smite. Where's that? I can't see it.
Tremendous.
That
That sound good.
Why? Why have they not done that? Sorry. Thunderous.
Okay, yeah, you can cast that on yourself. Make
'cause
sure
that's
you've got
an
yourself
effect.
targeted.
Okay, right. So that's what. I need
Currently
to
targeting Mered.
Control, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm. You're still targeting Mered. There we go. Okay, target yourself. Hey, there we go.
Get in there. Get in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not as green as I'm cabbage looking. Right to you. Thunderous smites. Grand bananas.
Hold on. What's that done? That hasn't cast it on you for some reason.
Yeah, that's damage 2d6 thunder.
Has it? Why am I seeing it? Oh, it has. Sorry. You're right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mered?
Okay. So we can't see anything down there.
Nope.
Were these guys human? Were they, these bandits?
Yes.
Okay.
The thug was a half orc, but the bandits were human.
Mhm.
I can't see him with dark vision. What's that about?
Yeah.
Magic.
Doesn't give you X-ray vision, does it?
I will. Is that just an action?
They're on the outside of the barn, aren't they?
They're upstairs. No, they're upstairs. There's a ladder there, man. They're above us.
I will. 5, 10. 15,
Got to get to the back and then get up.
Oh, okay.
30, 40, 45, 50.
And I've got dark sight,
I will
but I've also
dash
got
down
magical
there.
light as well.
So you're
And
using a
then-
dash action, yeah?
And I use a bonus action.
But if you use dash,
Cast
you
on
can't. You can only react, can't you?
Well, I wanted to run more.
I cast Sanctuary upon myself now.
Oh, did you tick off your spell slot, Chris, by the way?
Oh, what for?
Divine Smite. Whatever it was.
I don't think it's a spell, is it?
Oh, is it
Yes,
not?
it is.
Okay.
I do a point. No, it is. It is. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can do that, mate. You can
Yeah,
cast
that's
Sanctuary on
fair.
yourself.
It hasn't been enacted yet.
To Master, watch me back, mate.
Okay.
I'll owe you one. I'm rushing to the
2d8
ladder.
when I hit.
That's as far as I got.
Okay. Have you dragged it across, or did you?
No, I haven't actually.
Cast it.
Sanctuary. Come on, effect.
Oh, it's just an effect. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to move, Neil.
Okay. Oh,
No, you didn't. No, you've not been yet, mate.
Move.
yeah,
No,
he has.
I wanted to use my
You did move.
my bonus action to sprint like Dave did.
It wasn't his bonus action. It was his action that he used to
Oh.
run. So you've got your normal movement, and then for his action, he took a dash action to move.
Okay.
Further. Okay. Is that it, Dave? Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it is,
that's
isn't
it. I'm just gonna get fucking pelted.
Okay. Who's next? Round 4. Ignatius.
Okay. Right. Have we any idea where they're coming from?
Well, there's a ladder at the end, so I'm just gonna.
What spells have I got left? Okay. So I am gonna. I'm gonna back up with these guys.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
deselect
yeah,
them.
Let me go ahead on my own.
Are you doing anything else?
Maybe move a little bit more out of the way of the entrance.
Okay.
Have you got any cantrips that can start beguiling people upstairs?
I need to know where they are.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to know where they are before I can start doing anything, really.
I guess so.
in the heat.
Yeah, focus.
1, 2. Oh, he's a bit big.
Whoa!
Jack Sparrow?
He comes down the ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, was there a back door there, is there?
I'm a backdoor man.
Disappears behind some sacks. 2, 3.
Is there like a bunch of saxophones in the
Yeah.
corner and he's hiding behind them?
Oh no! What have I done?
It's got to be some
I've
kind
just
of-
made
Come on,
everybody
Dave.
disappear.
There's a building joke here.
I pressed the wrong button. Damn it!
We've all died.
No, I just deleted you all for some reason. Merid was about there.
I was
Dre
wrong.
was about there.
No. I was close. I was on this side of the wall. No, I was closer than.
Anyway, he disappears behind some sacks.
Yeah, okay.
I was in the middle of the square in front of me.
I was 3 away from Merrin.
Okay, I'm going to say we're out of combat now.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
We need to get the dragon egg and get back. Well, not the dragon egg because that's not.
Well, no, I mean, well, what's upstairs?
Yeah, we need to take a look upstairs. I want to sneak upstairs, Neil.
Okay.
Stealthy.
So if we're out of combat, then it's not worth casting protective spells and all that kind of shit.
There you go.
So I'm like using stealth and hiding.
Right. So should we have chased that guy out the back? I mean, is that the point? Are we too late now?
There's nothing up there.
So yeah, you can just. There's basically just a hayloft. There's a couple of bales of hay up there, but other than that, it appears to be empty.
I'll take with my rapier, just stab through the bales of hay, just in case anybody's hiding behind them.
Yeah, you can't.
All right. Let's
you
go
don't
back
find
down
anything.
and have a look at that door that the money guy ran out of.
Yeah, in the bottom left.
Okay, in the bottom left, behind the burlap sacks, you find one of the wooden panels in the wall of the barn swings open like a secret door.
Ah.
Nothing up here, lads.
Something down here.
Well, let's get out
What?
there, eh?
What's in the open area? What's in the hidden compartment?
What do you mean?
Sorry, Neil.
There's nothing in it. It leads outside.
Oh, right. It's just a door.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
right.
just a secret door. Yeah.
Guys, door. Sorry, Neil.
I
Why
think
don't you have
all
a
be
look then?
attackers are long gone now. They are men of stealth.
Why don't you go have a look, Dre? Poke your head out.
Men of stealth, as opposed to men of
Don't forget your hay bale.
hammocks.
Oh, blimey! I'll sneak out to the door. I can't get on the bottom map.
Okay. Well, we don't need the maps anyway. I'm going to assume that Ignatius removes the cloud of
Yeah,
daggers.
yeah, remove it. Yeah,
before
well,
Mered
it would have been gone
happily
after a minute
goes
anyway.
wandering out. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
going to the bottom left.
It's obviously the early hours of the morning now. Judging by the position of the moon, you estimate it's about 3 a.m. There's no sign of the sellers of the egg or of the bandits that waylaid you.
Right, we need to make it back. Make sure no one's following us.
Or we just have a long rest here and then just get back.
I
long
agree.
rest
We should
is
get
8
get
hours.
back. That's 8 hours in a barn. We need to get back to the hotel, I reckon.
Where they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really care where I sleep.
Let's.
Fine, sleep in the barn. We're going back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the
You make your way back to the three old kegs.
All alone.
Three cakes.
Yeah. On the way back, ducking round a corner, waiting to see if anybody's following us.
Okay, make a perception check, please. Oh, come on,
Yeah,
again.
good call, sneaky person.
Sneaky sneakerthan. Oh, 15.
You don't. You can't. There's no one that you can make out. When you get to the upper city, the streets are very quiet.
I want to cast where's my spell? Locate object. Hang on a second, lads. Let me just, and I'll just
Yeah, you
bow my head, close my eyes, and concentrate on that thug.
Mered, are you trying to find your dick again?
Shh.
Concentrate.
Concentrating, mate.
Is an
You know that-
object.
It's or a person, a
Is it?
name or an object that it's ability to use.
Yeah, it's not an object. There's a different spell called locate person.
Oh right, yeah. When I saw a name, I thought that was person. There's a name of an object in there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As long as nobody's following us, we'll make it back to the stable, and if we can leave it there.
Yeah. So you go back to the stable, and the guy's with his hood still over his head. How did it go?
Well,
I
I
think
don't know when it hits up, but I did manage to get that little pin on him. Unfortunately, it weren't a dragon egg.
What? It was a fake.
Yeah, a very nasty fake as well. Some kind of spell on it.
Where
And
is
then
it?
we got ambushed.
explosive.
It kind of blew up.
Hmm.
We left it back in the barn, didn't we?
It was an ambush. I think it's disintegrated,
There
isn't it?
was nothing there. It exploded.
Yeah.
You got the pin on the cellar, though, yes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Got away.
You did well. Thank you for your help. Hopefully, this will allow us to find out what they're up to in the city.
Find out what the fuck's
He
going on.
passes over a bag to you, which
Lovely.
has some coins and some potions in.
Oh, that'd be
Hopefully, this is some consolidation for a lack of sleep tonight.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
quite a close shave. That was because when I threw the dragon egg against the.
What?
Yeah, don't
What?
tell him.
When I did the thing that I shouldn't have done.
Love it, love it.
And it went bang.
Have a quick peek inside the
When it
bag.
went boom boom.
Okay.
When I
Yep. There's
fucked-
two potions in there. Sorry, and a lot of gold coins. I shall drop it into the party treasure.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do we know what the potions are? Oh, Ignatius. What are
You do, because you've got sort of some already. 1 potion of healing and 1 potion of greater healing.
Oh, nice.
And 200 gold pieces.
All right. So Mark should have the next greater
these?
healing.
Greater potato.
Because well, he's the weakest.
Yeah, yeah. And then somebody without a greater can have the extra thing.
In hit points.
Who wants the other potion of healing?
Who hasn't got a greater? Me and Mark.
It's you and me, mate. I think me.
Okay.
But then I can heal. I can do healing hands. So 50-50. No.
Give it
Tell you what.
Ignatius.
So no, you
I mean,
keep.
give it Ragnar.
Give it to Ragnar. Okay.
Thing is though, no, give it to me because I'll be
Keep
in
people.
combat more than you will be.
Yeah, like you were.
Yeah, so I can actually dispense it to people.
Okay.
Well,
do you want me
I'll
to?
say
Do you want me to split the money automatically?
Yeah.
That's an awful lot
Yeah,
of
sure.
haggling for a
I hate
paladin.
to admit, everybody did play a part.
Did anyone actually see him fling his blade once?
Yes, he did. He did
Yeah.
use it once. Which was less than I used my staff.
Okay. The Harper agent bows slightly to you. Thank you.
Like I
I
said,
don't
I'm
know
a-
exactly
I'm a
what's
kind
going on, but
paladin.
we've seen an increase in interest in all things related to dragons. Keep your
I'll
eyes and
raise
ears
my
open,
eyebrows.
and thank you again for your help.
Well,
And
yeah.
with
Sleep
that,
well,
he
Harper.
disappears out into the night.
Right, lads.
I don't know about you lot, but I'm ready for bed. In game
With
and
that,
outside.
I think we'll leave tonight's session.
Thank you very
Got
much.
quite a lot done tonight.
That was crazy. That was fun.